Are you ready?
This is the D-Generation CLIX podcast with your hosts,
Who is Ravage?
Ryan Ruttman,
Ravage.
Hand me that bottle cap.
Miles Kane,
Hand me that paperclip. Grab that twine. Gun wrapper.
Daniel Schwab,
We
best friends, Asgard to Mouth, and Pete.
'Cause I'm just me.
Welcome back to the D-Generation CLIX podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and with me as always are Miles, Dan, and Pete. Miles, what's up with you?
You know, another day, another dollar. Yeah, nothing really big happened to me this weekend.
Any big facts or anything like that over the last 100 years that you have to share with us?
We actually, I did spend a portion of my weekend celebrating the legacy of Hulk Hogan by watching several of his movies, including Mr. Nanny, Suburban Commando, as well as Three Ninjas, High Noon, and Mega Mountain.
That's the one I was going to ask
Dave
about.
Dragon's definitely an under. Yeah.
The Three Ninjas.
And I'm on like 19. Yeah, and I'm on 1984, like mid 1984 right now, about June. So he's still doing his rematches with Iron Sheik.
So the marathon continues.
Yep.
All right. Dan, have you received your sandworm yet?
No, because I didn't buy one. So
You didn't buy one?
no, why would I?
All right. Well, how was your weekend? Because the pictures we got looked wild.
I mean, it's just a typical weekend for me. So I don't know what you expect. That's pretty much the norm.
How was
Otherwise, I
Coldplay?
got to play CLIX yesterday. Got to play. What?
How was Coldplay? I saw you were on the Kiss Cam at Coldplay.
That part was kind of embarrassing. When you get caught in the act, that's just how it goes.
Of seeing
I saw you
Coldplay?
trying to hide your face.
With that, I mean, that it's also like a very regrettable decision, but I'm pretty sure those were gifts, so I couldn't turn those down, unfortunately.
All right. Well, Pete, you've played as much CLIX as Bookwood this week.
Oh,
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm back to talking CLIX and not playing CLIX, so taking a page out of Wes's book, I guess.
Well, I don't expect great things from you at our Champion CLIX Open then in a couple weeks.
No, I got a big week. There's lots of excitement here in the Peterson household. I'm 2 days of a very burnt out Pete at work, going on a vacation to northern Wisconsin to do nothing useful other than fish. But I am getting fiber internet on Friday, so I'm very excited about that. Just in time for me to not use it for like 9 days.
Well, I finally got the garage cleaned up between all the stuff that I came home with from the crawl space at work and that collection I bought back in, when was that, like 2 months ago? So I can actually park in the garage again, which is awesome, and started organizing all of my neoprene maps, which they kind of got all stacked up, and it was really hard to take stuff after you got, like, I don't know, 7 or 10 down. So now it'll be easier to grab them. So I'm back to using the cylinder mailing tubes. So I'm probably like maybe 2/3 done with that. But the amount of cylinder mailing tubes that I'm having shipped to my house right now, I got 4 more boxes of 12 each coming tomorrow, and I think this is the 3rd time that I've ordered them, and then I have all the ones that I had when I originally organized them this way too. So I'll get a final count.
So you're just gonna get
What?
I have a
so
question
you're
for
gonna get
you.
a wine rack. I was gonna say you're gonna get a wine rack for your maps.
I'm just kind of taping them together and putting them on a
Okay.
bookcase, and it's working pretty well.
Map rack.
You gonna ship out their sandworms with your extra cylinder boxes?
Yes,
Yes.
he needs a map rack. I fully agree with that statement.
Oh yeah.
Since you
custom.
Since you figured out you had the serpent, have you just been carrying it around and offering people to touch it?
It's actually just sitting on my desk, so I get to look at it all the time. So I just touched it right now. I rotated it, making eye
Majestic.
contact with it, but can only actually look at one eye at a time. So that's interesting.
That's an alpha move.
Not too much news. Our champion CLIX Tropical Regional is Saturday, August 16th. Registration starts at 9:30. Start time is at 10 a.m. We will be having BR's Fire as soon as there's 4 players. You'll get a number of raffle tickets based on how you finish in each BR, and at the end of the event, we'll draw tickets for a chance to win all the new LEs that you can also get by playing the 300 Modern event. Pete, do you have anything for the Bookwood segment of failure?
Bookwood Report!
Hello, friends. It's time for the People segment. Or at this point, what's left of it, the Bookwood Report. This week, Bookwood, not doing much. He did make some purchases, not CLIX related, so I will report those. He got himself a Dr. Doom helmet and an Iron Man helmet, and we've been promised that either Iron Bookwood or Doom Bookwood is coming. He also got himself some wrestling figures on the heels of SummerSlam, a Tribal Chief Roman Reigns and a Drew McIntyre. But I'd like to offer to everyone out there that we do have one listener that is still fighting for the title of the Bookwood Report, and that's Peter Marshfield. And he starts with a message that says, all right, it's been pretty weak this week, last week and this week for me. He did take advantage of the Gencon pop-up sale and came through and secured himself a Sandworm. Good for you, Peter. Cave of the Owlbears, he also picked up a Snake Pit Terrain and a Fire Hydrant, and he managed to acquire a Mantis LE from Oxid. Then he makes a joke about purchasing an egg and breaking it in a rice bowl, and that's really expensive, so he had to refinance his house, but that might be a couple months late. And finally, at the last second, he did inform me that one Peter Marshfield acquired a Phoenix Wolverine from the Ryan Redman. That's your Bookwood Report, or what's left of it.
It's getting real close to being over, I'll tell you. Someone better step it up.
Bookwood even made a meme today and then brought that kind of week.
Plenty of time for memes still, I guess. Well, we had, let's see, here we had a one Champion CLIX Tropical Regional. We had a Canadian Nationals event and another 300 Modern event at Greenfield, Indiana. So why don't we start with the Champion CLIX Tropical Regional here, since that's kind of what we've been covering the last couple weeks. So this one was in Yukon, Oklahoma with, where are we at here, 22 people? Looks like they did
Nice.
4 rounds and cut to top. Where is it? 4 rounds, cut to top 8.
Yep.
Right, yeah. Okay. So coming in 8th place was Josue Talamantes with I'm Just a Chill Guy. Josue played Beetlejuice with Mjolnir, Ghost Rider with Bucky's Arm, 50-point Kong with Avatar of Gaia, and then Death Metal Wonder Woman with the Longsword. Sideline was Ares, Cathan, Gaia, Ghost Rider, Mimic, and Poseidon, showing that main force Beetlejuice will get you a 2-3 record, make cut, and then lose, and ruining the fun for everybody else that you played against. So Josue, stop building with him. All you're going to do is ruin the fun for everybody else.
He's just a chill guy. Yeah, it's your typical juice build. There's really nothing like added except for the different equipment usage, like Mjolnir and stuff.
He doesn't say, what is that really for? Just so you can pulse wave?
And give him giant reach 3. Yeah, so you can attack 3 characters. So it pretty much gives him charge.
Yeah.
If you're gonna play a crappy juice build, at least play a good one.
Well, they don't exist.
That's fair.
All right, let's go to 7th place.
Yes, and in 7th place we have Nathan Wood with Alt 2. He has Prime Colossus with Destroyer, Chase Doom with Longsword, Butterfly, and Magneto from Smash and Destroy with the Trick Arrow. His sideline was Ares, Freya, Jersey Devil, Mimic, and Mern with the 3 Doom one shots: Diabolical Bargain, Evil Entwinement, Soul Siphon.
So I'm guessing he doesn't know that Freya doesn't work off the butterfly.
I don't think a lot of
Well,
people
apparently
do.
it's been ruled that it does. I heard that they reversed that decision.
Wait, they did?
So, yeah, Freya and Death Metal Wonder Woman. So I don't
Where
know
can
because we don't have an official.
Where can
on
we
the
find
win.
this information?
I don't know. We got to
only we
wait
had
for
a
it to come up
website.
on the wing. I've heard conflicting saying yes, it doesn't work, and then sorry, it actually does work. So I don't know.
I mean, well, the comprehensive says you have to do everything that's mandatory first before you can do the May.
I mean, if we
So
can just
I'm
make
still
I'm
going
leaning
off-
towards it.
we can just make up a ruling for this, then why are we scoring unavoidable damage pilots then? Can't we just make up a ruling that says no you don't?
I like it better than the last team.
Yep. I think the cool thing here is that it's a 60-point Magneto that gets a free TK on a Prime Colossus with Destroyer since he's got Brotherhood of Mutants. He's not able to bring in much, though. Really, what's he bringing in with Butterfly? Just the Freya?
No, he's got Mern on there too.
Which is an interesting call with Doom and Colossus.
You can bring in Jersey Devil, and then you can bring in Mimic.
Jersey Devil would come in at low, though. Is he spawning
Yeah,
much?
I know.
Oh, no, he can make the Doom bots with Dr. Doom, though. And Butterfly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, you're definitely you're waiting on Jersey Devil and bringing him that way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the thought. Yeah,
I like Doom. I like
the
Doom a lot.
Magneto's. I like the Magneto. I mean, and then he free TKs Colossus, and he can still running shot shoot with the trick arrows, which I think is and free mind control. Not for nothing if he. Oh no, sorry, he doesn't have the leadership power. But I mean, still, I think that's pretty solid. I don't know.
If you're gonna play for pay for trick arrows, though, I think they should honestly go on Doom instead of the +1 longsword for free.
That's
Yeah.
true. I don't disagree with that. But then Magneto unfortunately won't have anything then, I guess, because he can't get. I don't think he can get anything for free. So, but
Yeah, but he's not really.
but yeah,
I don't know. I don't think it's worth putting him on him because as soon as you bring him up to fire that out, he's dead. But Dr. Doom, you can just send out the Doom bots and attack through them.
no,
I like the
I
trick
like
arrows on Doom a lot better.
yeah. Trick arrows on
That's
Doom
a
is very
great
very,
combo.
very good. Oh yeah.
Corey plays that direction.
Yeah, and I've seen him be used a lot. I think the only two really good weapons on Dr. Doom are trick arrows and then the universal weapon to pick different things. Just because he starts with the energy explosion on his top click on 75 points, so being able to choose either like precision strike or pulse wave is nice.
Or even Psychic Blast, yeah. Both those are all good options.
Yeah, so I think either trick arrows or universal weapon on him instead of paying and then just ditch the long sword. I think that would have been a little stronger.
Especially considering he gets CCE in the middle too, so he is only really benefiting from the CCE on 3 clicks.
Yeah. Do you want to take us to number 6?
Yeah, I really was excited for this team because I thought it was something else, but it's not. This is number 6. This is Rolk and Problems from Brendan Diebert. So we have Spirit of Vengeance with Motorcycle, Prime Colossus with Destroyer, Kevin with Prodegaton, and then sideline was Fortify, Chthon, Spider Hulk, Thanos, Ultimate Hulk, and Wolverine, the Phoenix Wolverine. I thought this was going to be another Red Hulk build, Miles. I was all excited for a second, then I'm like,
I was too when I read it too.
I was like, yay! And then I opened it up and I got sad.
So this is one of the like main ones that you're gonna find.
Yeah, and that Spider Hulk is actually a really good call because he comes in a 13 for 5.
Yeah, you're only getting Close Combat Expert or Quake if you depend. You can only put him on the one click, so I guess you could get CCE.
Yeah, no, I think that like
his last click is really good. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're looking at him and because not a lot of people are gonna pay the 150 for Wolverine. I mean, Beholder is actually really good, but like I could see people playing him over the Wolverine just because money. But
Well, that and if Wolverine rotates and he stays, like I know he's a 21, but I don't know if he might stay or not. I just don't know.
He's technically 22, but yeah, it's hard to tell. I don't. It could be a 23. I can't remember when he came out.
Like you think Spider-Hulk is going to stay?
I
don't think he is.
With what they did with Death Metal, I don't know. Like she might retire, but he might stay because he hasn't seen any play really. I don't know.
No, it's already been official. Death Metal Wonder Woman is perpetually modern.
I mean, I don't hate that idea, but I also know people are gonna hate that. So
She's fine. Leave her alone.
Yeah.
I think this is a pretty standard build you're going to see here for a bit. I did like seeing the glider, though, on the Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk that Ricky did. I think that's just the superior play now.
yeah,
Absolutely.
that just makes it much more annoying to deal with. But yeah,
Hydrant.
Making
Get the hydrant of the
superior
barricade.
build.
You just give them the hydrant, so then they can't just drop it off under you. Save 10 points.
Well, then not equip him?
No, you can equip them. What I'm saying, though, is that like you can equip him with something that's 10 points because he can just carry the hydrant for the same result.
Oh, yeah.
Can you carry the hydrant without super strength?
Yeah, it's an object like the barrel.
Oh, okay.
It's something you can do.
Yes.
You're still getting more stuff, though. You're getting I think it's precision strike and combat reflexes with the glider.
Yeah. Glider's still a great play, but I'm just saying there is an option. But I tried saying, the glider's not going to be on as many teams as the destroyer armor. But when it is played, it's going to be played because it's superior.
Well, this guy has the motorcycle. Unfortunately, he does not have the glider. So,
All right, what about fifth place there, Peach?
Lucas Landis, HeroClix headquarters Captain Kongs. He went 3-2 with 1,050 points. He had a fun team. Captain America, the chase with Mjolnir. Kong with Avatar Gaia. Kong, nothing. Mern, Kevin with Avatar Tarwet, a classic. Copycat, a Daredevil, Legacy Daredevil with the Destroyer armor, and the Phoenix Pog. His sideline was Ares, Gaia, Mimic, Poseidon, Reverse Flash, Towerette.
I thought Captain America was going to really blow up after Nationals, and he has not. He's only making, I think, like usually one top 8 build.
So, what is
in
this
this?
that makes him so good that can get shut down?
His free flurry.
Yeah, there you go.
That's crazy that it would just kill a complete amazing character like that. Must be good for the game.
Yeah.
Super
totally
good.
I do like this team, though. Obviously, it's just a lot of, what do we call it? Smash and bash?
Yeah.
I would call this more bash and smash, but we can do that too.
And probably not hard for him to fill up the Colosseum, so you can't get to Captain America. He still has Mjolnir to get that giant reach. See-through characters. He went...
yeah, you can body block with Kongs and still make him a very effective attacker.
3-2 with 1,050 points. Not bad. Anything you guys would change here? Is Phoenix the only way?
I like it.
Yes.
Mern.
Mern
has
Oh,
leadership.
no, sorry, Mern has a top L too. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Double Kong is really good with him, especially because you're able to fill it up. I'm not sure. Like, I guess Copycat's there to try and get your prop or whatever else Kevin has. Yeah, because you can just fill up the entire arena.
That's a nice combo. Kevin with Towerette and Copycat's a really nice combo. Because you're only 65 points and you have basically everything you ever want in like 2 support powers every time.
Well, plus Phoenix, right? So you're at 70 or 60, 75 points, but you have double TK, you have basically everything.
I think I'm taking Phoenix off to put an avatar on Kong. Khonshu then gives him prob. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stealth, which isn't bad.
Yeah, because this team, I really don't think you really need barrier. I guess, and not even really TK, because you just load up you just fill up your Colosseum, and you're like, all right, if you don't have Mern, you're -2 attack, -2 damage.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think that's really the only thing I would change. Otherwise, I like this build. And then probably taking Suicide Squad or Doom? Suicide Squad at Daredevil, if anything. PD. No one's shooting.
Or Doom. Yeah, Doom is really good though.
Yeah.
Doom is pretty good too. That being able to heal a click when you kill something is definitely not bad.
All right, going to top 4 here. So we have Stephen Galloway with Warriors come out and play. It is, Chase Captain America with Mjolnir. Diana with the Hell Cycle. We have Chair Panther with Destroyer Armor. Elsa with the Trick Arrows. Yeah, that's what I paused there for. I was like, is that real? Shuri, the, what is this, Uncommon? Yeah, Uncommon Shuri from Black Panther. War Machine from Black Panther. With the Bloodstone and Copycat. So Diana's flying Captain America up there to put him in the Colosseum. The Destroyer armor.
Yeah, this looks like more of a.
What's
Yeah.
up?
I also like the Elsa drop off because you have pin particles too. So her being able to be next to Diana, so then she's +1 attack damage and make multiple attacks is pretty solid.
Well, and she's probably getting Chthon, so now she's gonna be a 13 for 3, 13 for.
She's a 14 for 4 then if she's she'll be So sorry, 14 for 4. Yep.
Well, you got Shuri
Okay.
for action tokens. You got pace control because Black Panther can just remove action tokens with vibranium.
Yeah, I think this is doing
War
a-
Machine.
He's doing
Board-wide
the
prob is great.
Yeah, the board wide prob. So I think this is and Perplex. So I think this team is a little bit sneakier than it looks like.
The Destroyer armor is really interesting, but it gives Panther some survivability, which he doesn't normally have with the Reducer. I'd be interested in knowing what clicks he did it on, though.
Has to be giant size. Like that's the only thing I can think of because you're gonna put him in stealth anyway.
I mean, I otherwise I don't think the toughness CCE is bad either if he does become a target because then you can hit back. But
Yeah, but then he's got
but at that point,
the
give him a
+1
tune for free.
or +1 longsword because he doesn't have that on anyone else either. And then that's saving 15 points. So it would have to be a giant.
I was just thinking because you still get a reducer that way. You get toughness plus CCE +1 defense, so you're 19 up close.
For 15 points,
You want to be at 20 inside of a Colosseum. So now, even if they're a 12 attack, they're now at 10 attack, and then if they do 4, like they're going to have to do 5 damage to even do 1 damage to him.
So what do you guys think about Copycat on this team?
I mean, I know she's just really good for 15 points, but I feel like it's overkill. I don't know. I honestly, if it was me, I would have put Zenzi instead, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
That actually saves 5 points too, right?
No, she's 15.
She's 15.
Is she 15? Okay.
Yeah.
I think the big thing is that you're going across the map with half your team, and you're staying back with the Shuri and War Machine
and Panther. So.
Well, if you look at it though, like you're able to get Copycat as an attacker because now she can flurry with Cap when she's inside of that marker too.
How's she
So
getting there,
and
though?
she can do. What do you mean? She'll be putting the. It depends on where he's at. Because you have a different strategies you can deploy with the Colosseum. You can make it aggressive depending on if you go first or second.
Yeah, you can make it defensive too. So there's a couple different things you can do with it.
I think I just like Zenzi on it better.
Yeah, because if you're doing that, you could drop Cap off with Diana, and then he's a precision strike Battle Fury, and just should be able to hit through most things.
But like War Machine is staying back, and so there's your problem, Perplex, and that's really what you normally want Copycat for, is all those defense powers. Double down on those. Or not that prob is only defensive, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think she's really got an easy way up. Otherwise, because Diana's either taken up Elsa or Captain. Maybe that's why Black Panther's got the Destroyer, so he can help carry somebody up.
Yeah, you can move 8, and then with the carry.
Gives him the Reducer. Not terrible.
And for what it's worth, she does also get hypersonic speed. Copycat. So
Yeah, but only while she's next to Diana, right? Yeah. So as soon as Diana leaves,
yeah, within 3 squares. Yeah, it's
yeah.
yeah. But I
think
do
it
like
makes sense.
Zenzi overall.
Yeah. All right. How about third place, Miles?
Yeah, and in third place we have Callan Stevens with Barrel is still playable. Um, we have Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk with Motorcycle, Prime Colossus with Destroyer, Kevin and Plastic Man with Beholder, Juice, Chthon, Thanos, Wolverine, and Zombie Scarlet Witch on the sideline, Nifty Barricade on the terrain markers.
What's interesting, I don't understand why this team wants a barrel, just to protect Kevin, maybe?
Well, this team doesn't really
Yeah,
have
you're
an
stopping a
alpha.
bunch of things too. I mean, you're
Yeah,
stopping them from getting to you if you're doing an indoor map.
But you
yeah.
don't
Because I was gonna
want to be
say,
stopped. You want Spirit of Vengeance to take a bunch of damage, and Colossus just, odds are you're going to miss him.
Yeah, but you're better to do it at when you want it to happen. So you're going to be able to control it better with a barrel.
And that's better than Predegaton in this scenario?
No, I mean that's no,
it's more of
because
just
that's the
what-
one thing that really hurts this team is no TK.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So
but generally,
that's why he's going that route.
at least what I've seen from this type of team is this team doesn't generally have an alpha. It just kind of moves up, and then you have two big threats to deal with, and you usually can't kill both of them in one go. So
I'm not going to fault him for playing Plastic Man. He's playing our barrel. So Callan Stevens, you're the man. He was undefeated in Swiss.
Yeah,
and
I'm
top
having
8,
a hard time
so.
saying that something else is a better play, but I'm curious on how he played this Plastic Man specifically, because I do think Predegaton is the better play with this team, because like Dan said, you really just don't care. Spirit of Vengeance gets hit, that just speeds him up, and Colossus is just hard to hit. So I think that TK to maybe get Colossus out a little bit faster one time is worth it. And then Prob?
no,
He just did it just
no. I actually
barrel.
think the barrel's okay because you can be more defensive then, and you have to force your opponent up then, and then your opponent's gonna have a harder time actually getting to you because of the barrel, and then you can then make your move, and then you don't necessarily have to click Vengeance down. You can still use him as an attacker while still trying to pop the pilots out.
Nobody does that though.
I think this.
I mean, that's
I think
fair.
this is a go second strategy.
Yeah, this is actually like because you have two characters that are extremely hard to kill, and then you have something that gives them a defensive buff, basically by hindering your opponent. I mean, this is like, to me, this is about as good like going second as you can get right now, honestly. So
I don't think
And in
the team
fact, let's
cares
look at the
about going
stats.
second. Yeah. Also,
I mean,
too,
yeah, but I'm just like,
another Prob.
He won game 1 300-0 as second player. He won game 2 going second. He won game 3 going second. He won game 4 going second. He won game 5 going second, and he lost his going second. So he went second all 6 games and went 5-1 going second.
But we don't know if he
solid.
won the roll off or not. He might have chosen the map.
No, I know. I'm just saying, based off of this, though, you see if he went first or second. Because
Right.
that's where it is. The roll off isn't important. It's the win loss between who going first and going second. So yeah, but he was able to go second and win his first 5 games.
Right, because this team just doesn't care if it goes first or second. So I'm saying he could have won all of his initiative rolls and chose to just go to whatever map he wanted to instead of going first, because he does not care about that. So yeah, Plastic Man will slow it down. I can't fault the man for playing Plastic Man, right? Because the barrel is amazing. But I've just seen between the crit misses that you can now stop with an extra prob, or maybe Kevin goes to support one turn, and that'll give you a prob with Predegaton. I think that Predegaton is just the safer play.
I mean, I get that. It's just like, I mean, considering how the team works, like Vengeance is still crapping out 4 pilots, and then Colossus just.
Oh yeah, no, I 100% would play Predegaton over him. I'm just, he's just playing it like me, where he's like, you know what? Oh, you say I can't play barrel. I'm going to do it just because I can.
Yeah.
So,
Which
but
I
honestly, like,
for.
I think I honestly think this is, for this team, the barrel actually works really well because it allows you to be more defensive, and then your opponent has to come at you, because otherwise you're going to have an extra 600 points on the board, and they're going to have to deal with it.
There's no way that any Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk team or Colossus team is just playing a defensive game.
I'm just saying. What I'm saying is they're durable enough where this can actually go second and still do okay. Is what I mean.
What about that was third place? What about second place here?
So we have Logan Parley with "You've Been Served." So it is Titania from next phase with Mjolnir, Caveman Wally West with the +1 longsword, Death Metal Wonder Woman with Bag of Holding, Zala Jarrell with Bucky's Arm, Degaton with Bloodstone, and triple Timebreakers. Sideline was Fortify, Ares, Keaton, Prime Etrigan, Mimic, and Poseidon. It's interesting. It's the Timebreakers are and Degaton. I was gonna say it's all warrior except for those things. So it's interesting. I don't know about Titania though. Like, I mean, I like her, but I don't know if I like her with Mjolnir.
This guy took
he got second, so I can't fault him. So obviously
this guy took next phase Titania with Mjolnir to second place. That is awesome.
No, it's awesome. I'm just trying to understand what was like. I just don't. I'm trying to figure out how this works. I guess.
Well, so Titania, when you look at it, this is what makes her really good. Is that given that giant reach 3 that sees through characters?
Yeah. So she's hitting.
Giving those copyright claim tokens.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I see it now. Yeah.
So, yeah.
And don't forget, Kong is one of the top pieces again, who does have celebrity.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
So she
no
just shut them
willpower,
off immediately.
no super strength, no quake.
Oh yeah.
So, and that's one of the biggest things with Kong is being able to carry something up like the herb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that Mjolnir, even though it brings her to 95 points, I think that's actually a really good play. Just because, in case you're not dealing with him like you're dealing with a Spirit of Vengeance, I think that's a great play because you want that extra reach. So now her 4-square reach becomes a 7-square reach or 11 with TK.
Yeah, so my question is then, would you pay the 10 points for the chain after Land Legacy drops instead of the 20 points for Mjolnir? Because the chain gives you Giant Reach 3 targets for close attacks.
Being able to protect her and see through characters, I think, is too important.
So also remember, if they're up close in your face, like the Smash and Bash meta is, you Pulse Wave and you give them all tokens.
That's also true, yeah.
Yep.
No, I like it. It's interesting, that's for sure. I might have just gone straight warrior though instead of triple Timebreaker with Degaton.
You want the Timebreakers. So this is what's interesting too. Is so these Timebreakers, they don't seem like much, but you don't actually need to deal damage. You can turn one of these Timebreakers into an Etrigan by rolling a 10 or higher.
I mean, it's a thing you can do as far as I.
Because
he got to the finals. So
I mean, I would have honestly rather done that with Zala.
I'm telling you, that's great. Yeah, because if you look at it, like you look at this team and you're like, okay, what is better off the sideline, Etrigan or Prime Flash? I'm gonna say Etrigan because you have these autonomous attacks, and now you're like, yeah, I'm gonna make the attack. All you do is roll a 10 or higher, and now I got a 75-point piece.
Oh, yeah, he does have to hit.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the fact that I think I like Zala better into Etrigan because that makes her way more durable. Like, yes, you're adding 25 points, but like that's my thought is you do her thing.
Crit hit with an autonomous Timebreaker and turn him into an Etrigan.
I mean, I would love it if that's happened.
Legendary.
Yeah.
I mean, if that did happen, that's pretty solid. Don't get me wrong. So yeah,
and Wally too. Like, there's gonna be times where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna turn him too.
Well, no, because Death Metal can also turn into Etrigan too, honestly, which is hilarious.
She's not passed. She's mystical though.
I was like, she's mystical.
Yeah.
No, I like.
Yeah, so when you bring someone back with her, now she's like not as useful. So you're like, yeah, I'll bring in Etrigan.
Yeah, you switch into Etrigan, yeah.
I'm still looking.
Although
at
I do love her stop though. Yeah, no, she's great actually. I've been like, she's one of those that's like been on my radar for a while, as far as like just because the way she operates with giving out those tokens is really good. But yeah, I like the Mjolnir thing's interesting. I like it. It's sneaky, and I like that a lot.
Because Kong also.
That's why, because you don't think much of it.
Kong
and
also
then you realize that she's
his giant willpower, and then impervious in
Yep.
his
Yeah.
regen on his stop clicks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might be a great play right now. Who else has celebrity that's big right now?
Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah, I don't think he really loses anything though, does he?
He does, because now if you put tall red on him,
Oh, that's
you
true.
can't go to prob.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't get the power. Yeah.
And and that's another huge play actually is Kevin, so that would make sense because Toweret's a huge play on him. What
Going through to see if we have anyone else that's like really top tier for celebrity. And
I don't think that keyword's gotten like a ton
My
of support.
Mysterio?
As I say, Mysterio, but Sinister Syndicate, besides what Brian's been able to do with it, it really hasn't taken off, or it's whatever taken a step back. The Spider-Man from Black Panther, though,
Bardley
Yeah.
Quinn, no pulse wave for you.
that's a good one too. Yeah. So, so Spider-Man does not get the precision strike and or super senses or combat reflexes, and a lot of people are putting Mjolnir on him for free too. So
Yeah,
now he
you
can't
don't-
do
you
the
don't get
pulse
any
wave
of
and all
that.
that stuff. So,
Nope.
man, I would love it if.
yeah, but it's great. Yeah, the Giant Reach 3 though, like you're getting her there, and so
Oh yeah. She's
like,
way
all you need to do
more-
is hit, and they can't use those.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And honestly, with Fortify too, you're like she's at least living through that first hit. So it's because that's my biggest thing with her that I was worried about was like, yes, has reducers, but a lot of times she's just getting hit for pen damage and she's gonna eat all the damage.
it's also giving everyone +1 attack that's lower points. So now Zala's going to be a 12, Wonder Woman's going to be
Yep.
a 12, Wally with the longsword's going to be a 12. So
Oh yeah, no,
even
the team is
Perdigaton's now going to be an 11 attack. On his TK leadership click. So
I think the Timebreakers have one attack value. That's
yeah, they're going to
fantastic.
be one attack value. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's probably gonna be my build of the day right there. Yeah, nice,
That's
really
pretty-
cool build
that's pretty-
there, Logan.
That's pretty cool. Kudos.
Do you want to take us to the winning build, Pete?
Mr. Eric Adams, hell's coming with him. It says me though. 6-1, 1875 points. He was a mystical theme, like to see theme. Spirit of Vengeance, Red Hulk with the Crimson Gem. Doctor Doom with the Trick Arrows. We just talked about that. Death Metal with the +1 Longsword. Madison with an I and a Y, but they're not where you think. And a Daredevil with the Destroyer Armor. Sideline was Ares, Beholder, Chthon, Thanos, Ultimate Hulk, Wolverine, Diabolic Bargain, Evil Entwinement, and Occult Retribution.
So mystical theme. What are your guys' thoughts about this one?
This is a really good build. I'm not a huge fan of the Crimson Gem. I get why he did it to give him the improved movement, destroy blocking, but I think the 5 points would be better spent somewhere else. The 10 points, but it's tough because the points aren't there. So you're like, okay, who would you take off? So potentially Madison, but Madison's also really good. So
I mean, you could swap the Crimson Gem onto Death Metal and then go +1 Longsword on Vengeance instead.
yeah, but if he's obviously going aggressive, so that's why he's doing Crimson Gem. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I prefer the glider obviously because or the hydrant or barricade just because it protects him a little bit. So he is a little susceptible to that, but obviously he didn't deal with that in this tournament. He just decided to. Who did he end up? Did he even lose a game? I think so he did lose a game. Which let's see, who did he lose to? He lost to the Warriors team, 300 to 185. So, which makes sense. I mean, that's one of the worst matchups when you just load them up into a Coliseum.
Yeah, for sure.
So he lost to the Warrior version. So was that because of the? I'm curious. That's interesting that he lost to that team. I'm curious how that.
Oh, the Coliseum, because now everyone's being -2 attack, -2 damage.
Yeah, so the pilots aren't as scary as they were.
Well, you also have Chair Panther that will probably shut off to the pilots as well.
Yeah, so no Thanos for sure. Yep.
And Doctor Doom likes
Yeah,
to
and-
attack
and
from
Doom-
far away.
So now
Yeah.
Doctor Doom's going to be,
-2 Attack 2 damage.
So he's going to
yeah.
still be an 11 at best because he's going to have to waste 2 perplexes. But yeah, so it's all depending. But yeah, no, this team obviously, it put in the work. It did good. I mean, teaming up Red Hulk with Doom and going theme, I think was really put this team over the top because it is different than what has been winning.
Right. The Wonder Woman, I think, is the most interesting addition to this team, though.
Yeah.
Is it more just because can you save a pilot then if you do the unavoidable?
No, because it says you just remove them from the game.
What says that,
They don't
though?
actually.
The Red Hulk, it says if it would take damage, instead remove it from the game without scoring it.
Right, but the unavoidable
So you don't-
damage takes the precedence of that, though, and that's why they're scored. So because now they're getting KO'd, couldn't you undo that?
Yeah.
With
Yeah, you wouldn't do that. I don't think they still can't heal, but yeah, she should be able to. Get them to that last click.
Character would be KO'd. You may instead turn that figure to their last non-KO. Yeah, so you would just put them on their last non-KO click again, right? Because now they're getting KO'd, and that's why you score them.
Yep. So yeah,
that's actually not
So you
bad.
can save
It's a
them that
nice little save, yeah. I don't know if I like that better than just having prob, but again, it's hard to say something different about a team that's a little different that came in first still.
yeah. It's a well-oiled machine.
Right. So congrats to Eric Adams for winning the Yukon, Oklahoma Champion CLIX Tropical Regional. How about the meta breakdown here? So main force, we have, how do we do this? Popularity. So there were, what do we say,
main
17? 22?
There's 20.
22.
This was the 22 event. Okay. So 22 people. We had in first place is Kong on 7 teams, Prime Colossus on 6, Copycat on 4, Predegaton down to only 4 teams. That's crazy. 4 teams played Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk. Black Symbiote was on 3 teams. Kevin was on 3 teams. Phoenix was on 3 teams. Death Metal Wonder Woman on 3. Daredevil on 3. Caveman Wally West on 2. Oh, he was in 11th though. That seems like a little bit of a different top 10, doesn't it? Or just the order?
The
Yeah,
order,
I mean, it's definitely.
it's I mean, Black Symbiote's really picking up.
We also haven't seen Death Metal really hit the list in a while.
I feel like there's a decent amount of different stuff, though. Seeing Predegaton on only 4 of 22 teams, that seems like a lot.
Yeah, well,
mean,
you're also
not
got
a
to
lot.
take into account people that didn't make cut. So, because none of these, like a majority of these, the top 10 were pretty much like they had at least one of these, if not 2 or more, for every team in the top 8.
So then top 4.
Because you go down to 13 and it says Spider, and he's not. Yeah.
Yeah, that changes a lot then. So 22. So only one of the 4 Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulks made top 16, and then 3 made it to top 8, and 2 made it to top 4.
Yeah, because if you go to the top 8, I think that's what the most important thing is that instead of looking at the entire event, if you go to the top 8, see what the most played is, I think that's where you see, like, that's the difference between, like, oh, the meta's so open until
I
you
agree.
obviously go and see that.
Yeah, because top
That's-
8
I
is
think that-
top 8 is Death Metal at number 1, Vengeance
Yeah.
at 2, Kevin, Colossus, Daredevil, Kong, Captain America, Copycat, Doom, and then Predegaton.
With Caveman at 11, yeah. That makes a little bit more sense. All right, how about the sideline? Mimic Gathon, Ares Fortified, Diabolical Bargain, and Beetlejuice. And then you have all the riders for Red Hulk after that. All right.
Love to see Gaia making top 10. That's cool. She's seeing. I mean, I know a lot of it's probably Kong, but
I think all of it's gone.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 4 Kongs, 4 Gaias.
Yep.
That's not a coincidence.
Checks out.
Kong's unplayable, boys.
Yeah,
Is
he
he?
got
Oh, that's
that
so funny.
errata. That really killed him.
He's so terrible.
And then they did run Canadian Nationals this last weekend as well. They had 31 people, which was a great turnout. We have, let's go to top 8 on this one since there were a decent amount of people. They cut to top 16 though. So it was 4 rounds.
Which is weird because they only did
three
rounds.
That's right,
It was
3 rounds.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
That is weird. I wonder if it was a time thing then.
Had to have been.
All right, so top 8 here. Let's go with Devin Owens, who is playing Kevin and Elsa 2. So King Deadpool and Elsa with trick arrows. Deadpool and Hitmonkey with Bloodstone. Kevin with the Avatar of Towerette. Spider-Man with Mjolnir. Perdegaton, Copycat. 2 Daredevils, one with Crimson Gem, one with the Destroyer Armor. Phoenix, Weasel, and Timebreaker. Has he changed his build that much? Because he did a...
Yeah, this looks pretty familiar. I think it might be the identical.
Yeah, I think
Honestly.
it was identical from his winning build from their CCO, right?
I think
Yeah.
so. I know he played
Alberta.
most of this. I want to say, is there one more Daredevil on it though? I'm trying to find the event.
It was Toronto, I believe, in the circuits.
Or I think so. Yeah.
For the Champion Clicks Open Regional.
Yep. Ontario.
Yeah,
Something
I think
like that.
I was gonna say I thought it was Ontario, but
Yeah. So no, he had 2 Daredevils. Nah, it's pretty. I want to say it's identical. It's identical.
Okay. We'll have to look at the field then and see what changed it up, because going from first place to top 8's a little crazy. What knocked him out? So we know when we
He
get
just
to
didn't
it.
have Aries. It will be the first place team knocked him out.
Okay, so he went against Isaac. Gotcha. All right, well, let's get into that.
he
Build up to
dropped
that.
he dropped Phoenix on. So on the, or he added Phoenix. He dropped. What did he drop? He dropped something because he's got Phoenix on there. Oh, I think he dropped one of the Timebreaker. Or no,
He had
Timebreaker
like
Weasel.
3 before, didn't he?
No, he had 2 Daredevils, Copycat, Degaton, Spider-Man. What did he drop?
Well, see, Universal Weapon he had, and then he changed that to Bloodstone. And then Copycat. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what. Because I'm not really seeing.
Because Daredevil had Crimson Gem, and now Daredevil just it's still the same. 1 Daredevil Destroyer, 1 with Crimson Gem.
Perdegaton originally had the Bloodstone, and you
Oh,
had
there we go.
Trick Arrows or Universal Weapon. He dropped Universal Weapon, put the Bloodstone on Deadpool, Hitmonkey, and added Phoenix.
That's what it is. Okay. Yep, there we go. I see
Drop
Phoenix
Ares.
there, and that's the point swap where I'm trying to figure. Okay.
Added Ares. So
So
There you go.
yeah, I wonder if that was a big deal. The Universal Weapon on Deadpool and Hitmonkey, I think, probably makes them a little bit more of a threat. Were they dealing with a lot of healing in that event, or did they just expect it more? Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
you have to see.
Okay. All right, let's go to 7th here, Miles.
Yep, and in 7th place we have Wade Edwards with Tokened Up. Main Force Juice with Motorcycle. Supergirl with a Tomb. Prime Spider-Ham with Bucky's Arm. The Wall with Longsword and Perdegaton. And he had I Must Have It, Web Swinging, Fortify, Mimic, a Tomb, and Ares on his sideline.
Well, it's a Main Force Beetlejuice team, so there's that.
He did put the Wall on there, so I'll give him points. He gets 1 point for the Wall, but loses 3 points for Main Force Juice. But yeah,
That's like 5 points of loss, sir.
but the Wall is now an 11 for 4. So
That is kind of funny, not gonna lie.
I mean, he's getting Supergirl on there,
That-
Spider-Ham.
The hilarious thing, I love the Supergirl thing because with the Wall, you could just, or can he not heal? No, he can heal. So if he takes the max of 1 from the attack, right, and then Supergirl just heals him. It's like, and look at that, I'm good.
See, I like that. There's a lot of cool stuff that's going on, and then it's tainted with the main force Beetlejuice. So
Could
that
use that
part's
150
unfortunate.
points
On a motorcycle. Like, with one thing I hate, with one thing I love.
Does it not taint the thing you love? It's like, this is great, and then you're
It
like,
does.
this
It's
is
a
terrible.
moped. That's a moped. It's not
All
a
right.
motorcycle.
Well, there's some cool stuff here, and then there's Beetlejuice. So there's all we're gonna say about that, I guess. Let's go to sixth place.
Okay. Sixth place, we have Vincent Bacon with Nationals at Staha. So we have Colossus with Destroyer, 048 Rider with Motorcycle, The Spot with the Longsword, and then Miles Morales with Universal Weapon, and Predegaton. Sideline consists of Ares, Blade, Chthon, Ghost Rider, Mimic, and Spider-Man to swap in for Miles. I'm not 100% what's going on here. Like, obviously, there's the base of Colossus Rider, which we know is good. I'm trying to figure out how Spot plays into this. Does he just, like, yoink something over?
Well,
But he doesn't
Spot's a
have,
great attacker, and then, he can manipulate things. You
I was
know?
gonna say, if you
Yeah.
have Colossus in your face and Ghost Rider, it's gonna be really hard to address Spot. So he's just getting flares off.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out where he was going with that. That's all.
He had 930 points, which is really good for
Yeah, no, it's solid.
everyone below him.
5
Was
games.
for the most part, a lot less. But yeah, it just seems like a super aggressive, in your face kind of smash and bash team. A little different though. I do like the addition of Spot onto the team though. Just showing that just because he got Narada doesn't make him dead.
Did he name this team after you, Redman? The next team?
I was going to bring up the name of this next team. This is the best one so far.
It's a pretty good name. You want to go over it?
Yes. In fifth place, we had Giordano Cielo with 55 scoops of protein, which is actually Redman's breakfast every day.
Wait,
He went 4 and...
Wait, you have to read the under part of it, though.
I'm getting to it. He went 4-1 with 470 points, and he says, while you weren't looking, I snuck in an extra scoop of protein to make it an even number. So now he's at Redman's breakfast, 56 scoops of protein. Colossus with the Destroyer Armor, Ghost Rider with the Trick Arrows, Kevin with the Avatar of Khonshu, Legacy Panther with the Long Sword, Perdegaton and a Daredevil with Crimson Gem. His sideline was Fortified, Beetlejuice, Chthon, Khonshu, Mimic, Scarlet Witch, and 1 giant bag of protein. Good job, man. What's interesting is his points, though, 470.
Yeah, I must have been playing super defensively.
Is this you? Is this the Canadian Redman? I mean, Unicron is his name. Like, this is the Canadian Redman.
He's even got Unicron as his username, which I feel like is like it's kind of an alternate universe version of you anyway, because it's pretty close.
Redman, were you in Canada?
I was not. I would like to play in Canada sometime soon, though. So hopefully next year we're able to make an event out there.
56 scoops of protein and a Monster Energy drink, and now you've got a morning by Redman.
It's literally just a shake. It's just protein and Monster.
Oh God! Oh, so wait, no creatine? Oh, I'm slacking. What is going on here?
That's in the protein.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, realistically, if Ghost Rider really isn't doing much and he's just probably staying next to Colossus so he gets his stuff, it's really just about...
He just had too much pre-workout going on. He was like, come fight me, bro.
He definitely was the come fight me, bro. Yeah.
Colossus just keeps going with the Chair Panther and the Longsword with Vibranium. I think I like... Oh, he's got Daredevil with Crimson Gem. I feel like I like Crimson Gem on Ghost Rider better, though.
Over the Trick Arrows?
Over the Trick Arrows. Right?
Yeah, he's probably going to be using Colossus to go through it and have Ghost Rider follow up. So those walls are going to be destroyed.
I just would hate to be your blender with 55 scoops of protein and a Monster Energy slurry. Just so negative.
All right, for the most part, yeah, it looks pretty close to a Joe's team. How about number 4? So this one is just Alex with Aw Snap. 4 and 2, 940 points. So this is just Prime Colossus with nothing, just naked. Gauntlet Spidey, which is the reason. Despero, Kong, Predegaton, Copycat, and Phoenix, with Ares, Beetlejuice, Mimic, and Poseidon on the sideline. So just trying to get Spider-Man dead right away.
Yep. TK him 3 times.
So yeah, Copycat, because Despero can't do it, so it's Copycat. Oh, Phoenix has it too, yeah. So you're just automatically getting it, right?
Yeah, turn 1. Yep.
And then, then everything gets removed, and he doesn't have to pay for anything on his sideline.
I guess if you're going to do that, this is the team to do it with.
Thoughts on that type of a build?
This is why I still think that Despero needs an issue. I just think that I do understand the trick, and I do think it's fun, but anything that lets you deal damage to manipulate your figures, I just think is just not okay. That includes Cannon Event, Despero, Chthon, on certain figures and whatnot. It's never been a good thing to deal damage to your own figures. It's always been abusable.
Wes, he was able to take Spider-Man to top 4, go 4 and 2. What do you think about that, Wes?
Man.
You know what? Hey, he almost made cut at 3 and 2 the last event. So, yeah, almost.
All right, how about third place?
Oh yeah. And in third place we have Luke Scheffenacker with good old reliable, going 4 and 2 with 1520, which is the second most points. Hadar Yao at 100 with Universal Weapon, Prime Colossus with Prime Destroyer, Kevin with Tauret, Madison, Legacy Daredevil with Bucky's Arm, and Timebreaker, as well as having Fortify, Ares, Juice, Chthon, Mimic, and Tauret on the sideline.
After seeing Hadari with the Destroyer armor, I think I like that play better. Obviously, he went third place in a 31-person event, so still very, very good to go this route.
Yeah, especially because you want Colossus to have that high defense. But yeah, I would almost say that, yeah, you give her that, and then, yeah, but I really don't know. I mean, I guess Madison, but, you're going to be able to perplex up Hadaria's range, potentially.
And then Daredevil's a little harder to kill, and Madison comes back, so she's a little harder to kill. And then that gives you, I guess, a couple turns to get a few time breakers so that you can hopefully hold off on Hadari, because you're not giving her that. The nice thing with the Destroyer armor, not only is she getting that willpower on a 3-6, but she also now has a reducer as well, and she's a giant, so it's harder to knock her back.
And yeah, and going through his wins and losses, he only lost to one person twice, so, which is one of his locals, which is second place. So,
all right,
Luke knows how to pilot this team. That's for sure.
Yeah, obviously Hidario, Universal Weapon, and Colossus is great. I think the biggest weakness is just if the time breakers get cleared out, 1, 2, 3, 4, then just one other thing goes. I just think that Hadari is a little easier to take out like this.
Yeah, no, I definitely prefer the Destroyer armor, but I mean, Universal Weapon was always the go-to beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, Destroyer armor just because I like the survivability.
I was gonna say he's been playing Yao for a bit, so he definitely knows how to. He was playing this at H4H, so I definitely could see that he's very adept at using this using this team.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously has synergy. I like a lot to it. I'm just trying to look at where the meta is now. And obviously 3 damage pulse wave is amazing, but how many? I guess look at what look in a couple teams here, we'll see what won, and it just isn't as good against stuff like that, which you're going to see a lot more of. Let's go to second place.
Second place is Ant W with the Genius Borrows Nobly again here. So we've got Colossus with Destroyer, 048 Rider with Dream Ruby, Kevin with Tararet, Loki with the Chameleon Flute, Chitari, Phoenix, and the Timebreaker. Then Silence, Fortify, Keaton, Chthon, Switch, the Chase from Collector's Trove, Tararet, and Mind Gem.
Was there any changes from this one to this or his last build? What did he play in recently?
It was
CCO.
Yeah, on the East Coast. Yeah, so
That was the what's it called?
Was the Highlander games?
Yes,
Yep, I
Highlander
believe
games.
so.
That's right.
Could be.
Here it is. Just curious if he. That's right. He won that one. Let's see if he changed it at all. So, what'd you say, Colossus and Destroyer? It looks like the only thing he changed was his sideline. His new one had Mind Gem instead of Ghost Rider. Otherwise, they have the same.
Is there a reason why that has 0 points? Oh, Loki. That's why. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kevin Loki is an interesting combo, but I mean, you're essentially getting 10 points for Loki because you're getting the Mind Gem, so. Or 20 points. Yeah.
Yeah, he's able to lean into the bring Beetlejuice out if he wants to. I'm not sure how often he did, but he's got Kevin and Loki to spin their dials, so he doesn't have to worry about that at any point. And then same thing like we talked about before, Prime Colossus and Ghost Rider, they really don't care about the free actions, so just kind of run up and you're pretty safe between Loki and Kevin. And then, what is it, Ghost Rider with the Dream Ruby and the Chitari Pog? That's pretty sweet with the team player.
Oh yeah, it's really good. So the extra shape change shenanigans is really solid too.
4 through 6 that deals that printed damage back at you. Makes you think twice about trying to go after him. All right, let's talk about first place.
First place is Isaac AB. He said I just didn't really want to play Joe's team. He was 7-0 with 1465. He played 200-point Kong with Avatar Kongchu, Wendigo, Black Symbiote, Daredevil. Sideline was the Sister of Another World. Fortify, Soul Siphon, Chthon, Khonshu, and another Kong.
So, kind of like what we mentioned before, you're killing Wendigo, putting it on Kong. Chthon's on Kong. He does have Avatar of Khonshu, though. And then Black Symbiote. So that Kong has shape change, because you're already getting the steel energy from Wendigo.
Yeah.
And why do you think
It's almost like
destroy
maybe Red Symbiote might be the play
with Ares?
now, when you think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that on this team, because you're already getting the points up, or the defense up pretty high.
And you're getting steel energy from Wendigo, so then you're going to be able to get blades for that Kong giant reach.
Honestly, just having a way to get prob on the team would have been helpful too. That was one of the biggest things that my team ran into, is not being able to prob.
Man,
it looks like that's exactly he saw. Was going through it because a few people played your team after you too.
I was going to
Jason
say this looks really similar to your team.
Yeah, so it's maximizing it and seeing its weaknesses and seeing how to make it better. Like Gaia is great and all, but like you said, prob is important, especially with Kong. So you need that prob. And so healing one less almost feels like worth it.
Well, yeah, because if you're making sure you're hitting each turn, I mean, prob's a big deal. I like all the healing. Don't get me wrong, but I understand if you don't, you at least need like one prob, and getting that on Kong.
I mean, his top 4 matchup, like that's what happened. Is he needed a 6 and rolled a 4. Like if he had that Khonshu, it would have been different.
Mm-hmm.
And so way too many times,
the assist from Another World is
just double.
So busted.
You missed the double willpower and then have to take 2 unavoidable, and then you're still tokened up. That happened way too many times when I had Gaia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's and then assist from Another World, bringing in that 50-point Kong. Like it should be a different collector's number instead of just a lower point value.
That's pretty strong.
Kong and Kong is rough. And like you said, if you miss both willpowers, you're still going to have a Kong hitting. So.
Yeah, that's well worth it. That was one thing that I wanted to get on the build that I just couldn't with all the other things that I was trying to get in there.
Yeah.
All right, well, congrats to Isaac for taking Canadian Nationals. And I think a Canadian actually did win last year, though, didn't they?
Yes.
But that was the first time in quite a few years. So
Didn't she win back to back, Emily?
was it
And
Nationals?
Devin,
though?
I think. Yeah, I believe it was Nationals. I want to say it was Nationals because Devin might have won it last year.
I thought there was a streak of it going to America. Maybe not. All right, how about the...
I'm looking it up.
All right, while you do that, we'll look at the meta here. So popularity out of, was it 31 we said?
Yeah.
So prime
Emily won it
Colossus.
last year,
Okay.
and the year before, Caleb won it.
Okay, so maybe Emily broke the streak then. I feel like there's
Yes.
quite a few years where it went to America.
I thought Lucas won it one of the year. Did he win it one of the years? I can't remember.
I'm sure he did. Yeah, I know. 2022 was Emily as well.
Okay, I'd have to see. I don't remember the lineup. So meta is first place Colossus on 11 teams, Predegaton on 10 teams, Copycat on 10, Legacy Daredevil on 9, Kong on 8, Timebreakers on 8, Phoenix on 7, Kevin on 6, Ghost Rider on 5, and Black Panther on 5.
And then when you look at cut, it's a lot different.
Are you looking at 16 or 8?
I was looking at 16.
What changes? Wow, Daredevil goes to first place. Predegaton goes above Colossus. Otherwise, a lot of what we keep seeing, though, right? Like we talked about, once you change the cut.
Yep.
And Predegaton stays above Colossus. Just what? Because of win percentage? No. Why is he above? They're both on 5 teams. Why is he above Colossus?
7. I have the Colossus on 7 teams for top 16 main force popularity.
Yeah, I already moved on to top 8, though. Top 8, Daredevil gets kicked down to 3rd. Predegaton's in 1st. Colossus is in 2nd. But his win percentage is higher. His wins is higher. Still 5 teams. I don't know why he's rated 1 lower. It's not alphabetical.
Well, that is
Wait, so where are we at? Are we 2025?
Top 8.
Oh, top 8. Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know why they would have.
Yeah, I don't get that. That's weird.
Yeah, because Colossus should be number 1.
Yeah, that I don't know. That feels like a misnomer.
And then going to top 4, 3 of them had Prime Colossus, and then Daredevil in 2nd. Predegaton dropped, though, to 9th. How many, going back to all players, how many Spirit of Vengeance were at this event? Only 1. Wow, 30 people did not play him.
The legacy card's expensive, and Canada doesn't really get as much product as consistently as the U.S. So, that could have played a role in it.
Or were people just either A, tired of him up there, or B, counter building for him?
That, but like I said, though, it's still, it's a $150 legacy card at the time, right before this tournament.
Yeah, but a bunch of people from the U.S. came up there. People could have brought it if they wanted.
Yeah.
You'll find a way if you want to play it for a Nationals event like this.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, but... Oh, Sideline. I just closed the event, though. Someone want to help me out with Sideline?
Yeah, Sideline, all players, popularity. Fortify on 22 teams, Mimic on 19, Ares on 17, Chthon on 15, Juice on 13, Reverse Flash on 8, Tar Red is 7th with 7 teams, Khonshu 6, Mind Gem on 4 teams in 9th, and Gaia rounding out the top 10, tied with Assist from Another World and Poseidon with 4 teams.
A lot of copies, then, from what we normally see. Where was Mimic, did you say?
Mimic was 2nd, 19.
Okay. Yeah, Mimic's still hitting a lot, even though it's a lot easier to stop him from coming out.
I'm curious, is Mimic like really that solid of a play anymore? Since people just understand how to work around it now. Like that feels at least like when I played him, was it 2 weeks ago now? It really felt like he just never came out. It was one of those where people just understood how to work around him, and it didn't matter.
Well, the thing
I mean, he's a great play when it comes to Spider-Man.
What was that?
The Gauntlet Spidey, because at the start of the game, he generates that equipment, so you just roll Mimic.
I guess.
But yeah, no, I get that.
You know what
I
I mean?
No, I understand that like that one interaction, but I just thinking in general that like Mimic just feels like I could put something else on my sideline now instead of Mimic. Because of,
Yeah, it just depends, I guess, on what you have with sideline, how many points you're playing, or how many one shots you're using and whatnot.
Yeah, he
if
just
you have
doesn't
the
feel like
And whether you want to use Juice or him, I'll put him on my sideline over Juice.
I mean, granted, I would too. I'm just saying if there's something like say like I can fit a one shot and it's like a good one shot that I know I'll use.
Oh yeah, I
versus
don't
Mimic.
see him taking the place of a one shot. I just think that if you're under 6, you might as well just throw him on there.
I think a lot of people just don't know the ruling too on how to get around it, because even when we went to Indiana, there was a lot of people that didn't understand it, and I had to explain it. We had to call a judge, things like that. So a lot of people just don't even know that it's so easy to get around him now just by being in a square that you couldn't stop your movement from if he came out.
Yeah, because a lot of people think that the ruling just means that every square has to be occupied, and if it's not, you still get to bring it out.
Yeah, the ruling in the win is so complicated and kind of like it's similar, but not the same reason that is really easy to pull off.
Yep.
All right, and then the other event that we have was a 300 modern. They called it the Midwest Regional CLIX Championship, and it was run in Indiana, Greenfield, Indiana, where I think Gencon was, right? Just as a Hero CLIX event at Gencon, even though it wasn't at Gencon because WizKids wasn't at Gencon. Does that sound right? Accurate?
I believe so. Yeah.
But they pulled 17 people. They looks like did 3 rounds, cut to top 4. So let's go over the top 4 here. In fourth was Sam Powell with 3 Monkeys Drink Some Juice, going 2-2 with 735 points. Man, top 4 got way more points than everybody else. So Beetlejuice with the Destroyer armor, 3 Kongs, 1 had Avatar of Khonshu, 1 had Avatar of Amit, and the Phoenix Pog. How close to Emily's team is this?
Emily had Seth over Phoenix. And no Amit, there was a Gaia.
Okay, so it was 3 Kongs that were equipped in Beetlejuice, and that's it?
Yeah.
All right, what about third place?
In third place, and before I do third place, I just want to say that I was in error earlier. I said Wes Robertson went 3-2. I was incorrect. He actually went 2-1 with 205 points. So I just wanted to correct myself.
Oh, you're talking about this event?
Yeah. So in third place, we have Jason Alvey with SOV, which is Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk with Motorcycle, Prime Colossus with Destroyer, Kevin Perdegaton, Lucas PJ, and Scott Pog, as well as Beholder, Juice, Chthon, Thanos, Ultimate Hulk, and Wolverine on the sideline.
So pretty close to a lot of what we've been seeing. Again, I still like the glider instead of the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Now that we know what that can do. All right. What about second place, Dan?
Second place is Daniel Powell with Collect That Freya. So we have, I think this is what he played at the other CCO. I'm pretty sure it's a clone. Yeah. So it's Collector with Bucky's Arm, Destroyer, and Universal Weapon. Freya with Trick Arrows, Copycat, Daredevil with Crimson Gem, Phoenix Pog, and then Sidelines Fortify, Ares, Keaton, Chthon, Mimic, Reverse Flash.
Yeah, then we have Daniel Powell playing the Collector, which is beautiful because this moves Aaron to the number 178th Collector, which is good to see.
I can't wait till you have to you are writing checks again, Miles. This is gonna be funny as
I will cash them gladly.
I can't wait to see you cash them. That's gonna be funny. When he
Same.
RKOs you, it's gonna be great.
It's fine if he can jump that high. No, I think he's been playing this build for quite some time. I think this is his second or third event playing it.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and he's getting to the finals. He's slowly and surely like mastering this build, so it'll be interesting to see where he takes it from here.
Well, I think like what Miles said, definitely a better collector player than Aaron. A lot of people playing collector just aren't making cut right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what's the biggest thing against them, just the Prime Colossus or all of the riders on
there's
Spirit of
Kong,
Vengeance?
too.
I guess, yeah, and Kong, so it's hard, yeah. So I
And
guess
Juice, that's the thing, is that you bring in Juice, like he can't take his free to put those tokens on. And like especially like that 200 point Kong. So you're gonna have a 200 point Kong in his face with Juice on the map. And he can't just break away because he doesn't have a plasticity. So and he can't collect Kong.
Yeah, so I don't think Aaron could get in second place with a collector build right now in the current meta. So definitely the highest placed collector in a while.
Yep.
Oh man, I can't wait till you guys have to cash these checks. It's gonna be fun to watch.
All right, let's go to first place, Pete.
Josiah Garbizu with Ghost Colossus. He went 5-0, 700 points. Won the day. Congratulations. His team was Colossus with Destroyer Armor, Ghost Rider with Motorcycle, Kevin with Tyrette, Madam Web Legacy with Khonshu, Perdegaton, and Copycat. He had Fortify, Keaton, Chthon, Khonshu, Scarlet Witch, and Towerette.
So I think the main change here is no Chair Panther.
Yeah, he's going with Madam Web and with the Chthon damage to load up on those dice on her card. I think that's probably honestly what probably took out Dan, because you're gonna be rolling those. Like if you roll low, you can like, okay, we're just gonna make you not make this attack.
Yeah,
because you can give her 4 turn 2, because turn 1 you get 2, and turn 2 you give her 2 more, so you can put 4 on her card.
Yeah, because you start on the 2 clicks. You move her to give her a token with Chthon, so she goes to click 2, and then you free move to her other starting line, and then free the next turn free move her back, and then you give her another action token.
No,
she goes
you keep her on. You keep her on click 10. You move her with Chthon, put her on click 11, putting a die on there, and then you heal her with Kevin. You don't need to.
Why would you not just take the free to place her, switch her starting line, and then go back?
Because that way you get 2. You're gonna get 2 on turn 1.
I know you do get 2 on turn 1 with that anyway, because you start with 1, and then as soon as you give her a token by moving her with Chthon, you get the second one. Then the free, she goes to another starting line, and then turn 2, you free go to back to that starting line on click 10. You move her again, and then she's back. She still has 4. It's just less actions, is what I mean.
So
yeah,
I think
it's nasty.
This is probably a just super frustrating team to play against, right? So you have Colossus with Destroyer Armor, which is already hard to hit. You have Kevin to reroll as Impervious if you need to. Then you also have Ghost Rider with the Motorcycle, probably on Super Senses, and Perdegaton. So you're able to copy Madam Web and give Perdegaton a 4-6, Ghost Rider a 4-6. Can't do anything about that if they're adjacent to Ghost Rider. And then depending on what Madam Web rolls, she's able to replace attacks and Super Sense rolls. Copycat can have senses. So yeah, I could see this team being super frustrating to play against. But I like the addition of Madam Web to it and making it work, taking it to first place.
Yeah, her with Chthon is just a nasty combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And she has Khonshu, which is great, because then you just always have the prob, and at least she's kind of safe if you can stash her in some stealth, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's only really a 30-point change, but I like that they changed it up a little bit, and the whole team just functions a little differently because of it. So I like it. Any change? It feels like the meta would be a little different on this event, though, just with what we're seeing. But it's not what the top 6 look like, though. So we have my unpopularity. Oh, now I am here. So Colossus on 7, Kevin on 4, Predegaton on 4, Ghost Rider on 3, Fenix on 3, Collector on 3. So looks like we'll go back to that in just a second. Copycat on 3, Timebreaker on 3, Ulysses Bloodstone on 2, and Black Panther, the Chair Panther on 2 teams.
But if you look at top 8, you have Collector on 3 teams with 7 wins and 70% win rate, and then
So all 3, yeah. So all 3 collectors made cut.
Was any of them Aaron? Spoiler alert.
So that means that's 2. So he's now actually 180.
Yeah, he just keeps getting knocked.
180.
This one event knocked him down a bunch of pegs.
I hope he has that money when I come to cash it.
All right, and then sideline, still about what you'd expect. So Fortify, Chthon, Mimic, Ares, Beetlejuice, and Diabolical Bargain. But yeah, congrats to host Josiah for taking it home. And this was, 17 people? Yeah.
This is pretty. I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, this is a very different. I mean, there's obviously the hits, but yeah, it is interesting out there right now.
All right, let's go to our listener questions. You've got questions, we've got answers.
Your ass better call somebody!
First, we have Wes Robertson. I'm surprised and sad that your ranking of 300 Modern was so low last week. It wasn't that long ago that you were saying the meta was the healthiest it's ever been. What's changed for you? Is it really just the addition of Beetlejuice that has impacted your opinion of the game that much? I can understand your dislike of him, but I don't think this one figure should take away your enjoyment of the overall game that much. WizKids has stood their ground on Beetlejuice so far and seems unlikely they will ban him or make any significant changes. Will you still love the game and travel to events if nothing changes about Beetlejuice in the near future? Well, since I was surprisingly the most positive, with the exception of Pete's, but he really doesn't play anyway, so that doesn't count, I'll start us off here on this one. So Beetlejuice is a huge factor. Just the potential you might run into a main force one or someone just calls them in. A lot of pieces just lose viability. And for me, it's just not fun team building, knowing you can't play pieces just because something's on the board. So now the most viable pieces are just run up and hit you pieces like Kong, Ghost Rider, Prime Colossus, like we just saw in all the events that we just went over. And that also then perfectly leads us into the banning of the barrel. That kind of stops pieces just from running up to you and hitting any target that they want it to. So you have Colossal, or Kong, which is a Colossal, Prime Colossus, which now usually has Destroyer armor, so he's a giant. You have Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, Red Hulk. They all have improved movement, characters, and elevated. So when you're going up against these teams, like they just all move through any of your characters and they just attack whoever they want. And it just defense just is not really a thing anymore. And now you have the Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk, where originally not many people were purposely destroying and damaging him, so he wasn't as annoying, but now he's become just frustratingly stupid at this point. It's just friendly effects pinging him just to get to his stop clicks and release his pilots. That's pretty much all he does now. And, that's just the majority of the meta now. So I think I pretty accurately called this after the watch list results. It's just smash and bash. So why would I spend thousands of dollars traveling to play in events when I can't enjoy the building or the events that I'm playing in? I think we need to see more silver events because in there, Beetlejuice is banned and you still have the newest updates, including the other watch list results that are live. So I think really that's where it's going to be at and most enjoyable right now. Miles, do you want to follow that up?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you said. What I will add on to that is the fact that, when we look at the meta, it looks all wide open until all you do is you cut. And that's when it really, really shrinks. And I think that's why when people look at the meta, they just look at the entire field. And that actually is not an accurate way. I also don't like the fanboy, if everything's broken, everything's fine. And what I mean by that is I think that the latest erratas really showed that so many things went through the cracks of playtesting with the spot ruling, and the juice. as well as Spirit of Vengeance. We know that the pilot trait has always been something that should have been looked at more, because that's had what, 3 or 4 erratas already. And so I think that's where it comes into play too, is the fact that like it feels like the play testing is just not getting it done, because they're purposely letting things through the crack, or they're just not seeing it. And then the it's just boring, and maybe that's what the rules team and everyone wants, is they just want that smash and bash. I don't enjoy that kind of play style. I can deal with main force juice, but I play to have fun. Others play to win. But I just enjoy playing the game, and luckily win a few games here and there. But yeah, it's just not fun. That's why I ranked it so low.
Surprisingly, Dan was actually more negative than, again, me. And were you pretty spot on with Miles, or slightly below or above him?
I was at like a 2.5, I think, or something like that. It was pretty rough. It was rough out here.
What do you want to add to what we've already said?
I think so I'm gonna give it like a historical reference. So look at where we were last year at this time, right? So we came out of nationals with Kong being pretty much like the meta, right? If I remember correctly, and Blackheart just running the scene because Blackheart, and they nerfed him into the ground, and then made Kong balanced. And although, yeah, I'm sad that they nerfed Blackheart into like obscurity, where he just sits like he's not even in my modern stuff. He's just retired early, basically. But they brought balance to things, and I don't understand the rulings being so inconsistent. I think that's where my struggles lie, is just the inconsistency in the like rules and clarifications that they're giving, because there's been things that to me like supersede old rulings that have come out, and just I think that's the problem I'm having, is just I want some form of consistency, and not having that just doesn't feel good. So that's my biggest issue. I'm not as hurt about the barrel. Like, yes, it sucks that it left. It was a good defensive tool, but it was the defensive tool, and so I understand wanting to branch out and saying, hey, you'll have to find other tech instead of just one 5-point piece. So I understand that from that perspective, but it's just the biggest thing for me is the inconsistency in the rules. I just on that end, I feel like consistency is king, and to not have that is pretty feels bad, because it's like whether you look at what is it, Wakandan Hulkbuster, or the break terrain ruling that just came out. There's just a lot of stuff where it's just I shake my head and go what? I don't understand how we got here. So that's where I'm at with it.
Pete, you were the most positive. What do you want to say?
Well, as the resident most positive person on this podcast, and as a person that just talks click and doesn't play clicks, I would just tell you that a bad decision is still a bad decision. So to answer the question of are you going to travel and stuff like that, I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say the current state of meta with Juice doesn't impact my decision to do things. And because what am I? So my luck is I'm the guy that goes and plays 3 straight main first Juice teams, and basically I'm just like, well, that was great. Glad I gave up my day off for that. So I'm good, man. I'm good. Bring on silver, baby.
Yep. All right, question number 2. I want to roll support on your love of building in the game overall. What can we do as a community to heal your ranking of 300 modern to top click? For me, get Beetlejuice banned, or get everyone agreed not to use him, and get the barrel reinstated with a new range of 2 instead of 4, and that's literally all it takes. Miles?
There's gonna be quite a few things. I think that there's a few things, like them adding in new elements, having any precedent. So we're getting, like the one shots, all that stuff. It's one issue after the other, with all these erratas. Like that's the main issue. I think the playtesting really needs to really pick up and actually catch these things. Like looking at Spot and having to argue that Spot was just not good. Like he was way overpowered. Like that shouldn't have even been an argument for me. Like it's sad that I try and argue that. And then they finally realize it. Like it's just, how did that happen? And then Juice, of course, I hate him. I don't even watch the movies. I hate the movies now. But I mean, I'll still play. I'll still travel. I'll still waste my money because I'm a responsible adult, father of 5. So, I guess I'll just stay on my last click, and I can't heal because I'm a pilot.
All right. Dan, what would fix your love?
Just bring back consistency, please, with rules. It feels like the Wild Wild West right now, and I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, I like that. There's one thing I like is that they're addressing things, right? Like, you're having a bunch of win questions. It seems like they're coming out with a lot of them, which is nice. But I need some form of what I feel like is consistency, and like I understand where the rules team is trying to land. I think that's the biggest thing. Right now, I don't know where they're trying to land right now. So,
Pete, what would get you to top click?
Honestly, the biggest thing is it's just not worth it to me to spend the time or the money to potentially go play against a piece that just says, well, your team isn't your team. I get you can build around it. I get it is what it is. I don't get the resistance to addressing something that multiple people, even people that have played it, have emphatically stated, this is not a fun piece.
How about the fact that it's also not going to win anything? It just ruins the time for everybody. Right? I mean,
I think that's why they're keeping. I think that they are seriously. There's got to be someone higher up that just does not like having fun, and they just laugh maniacally at seeing people getting frustrated. Especially because that's the best part about it, is that not everyone plays it, but the fact that you have to build around this piece is just that's what makes the piece fun.
But that's just it. Like, this isn't, again, we went over this before. You're not building around it, right? This isn't, like Carnage Silver Surfer, where you want Battle Fury or something like that, right? You have to dumb down your build and play stupid pieces you don't want to because they're simple. That's not building around something. That's just dumbing down your team.
No, and then that's when I think that the argument goes into play when you see the argument of the BR players that are arguing for him and why he's good for the game, is because they say that people take 20-minute turns with all their free actions. And I just think that is a misnomer, that people don't take 20 minutes with free action teams. People just take 20 minutes to do 20 minutes. And Juice doesn't solve that. I think that argument is just a straw man argument for it. What it does is it really stifles you as a team builder to try and build something unique and fun, because you can't go and play certain things. And yes, I know that you won't always match up with him, but the fact that you can match up with one piece that literally your team doesn't function is that's what just is. It's no matter how bad the meta was, your team was never, no one ever said, sorry, you can't do that.
Exactly.
Sorry. You might get wiped real quick, but your team still functioned.
Yep. All right, going to question number 3. Rank and order the driving force behind players attending events. 1, the types of games played. 2, the prizing. 3, who is attending. And 4, other. I think for me, types of games is number 1. That's what I get excited for. Like, you talk about Worlds, you get Silver, and then Modern if it's fixed. And then maybe, Team Sealed? And it's like the biggest of those game types. When I see an event and it's mainly all sealed, that makes me less interested in going to it. And then next I would put who is attending, if you're talking about like friends that you want to see. Like, if it's just like a list of highly competitive players that I really don't care about, I want to see people that I enjoy hanging around with, because that's really why I play the game in the first place. And then prizing is, I think, last on that tier. Prizing needs to be worth it, but it's taken a huge hit lately with just how much it's worth. A lot of the new LEs are just kind of a little weak, and they're everywhere so fast. Those LEs used to be worth something, and they're just not anymore, which is really unfortunate.
So yeah, before I rank mine, I'll say about the LEs is that I think that is a good thing and a bad thing. I think they do need to be everywhere, but I think there has to be some kind of buffer zone. That if somebody really wants to pay that money, go ahead. But like you wanted those pricing, to be like valuable for at least a little bit. But I do like how they're getting into more people's hands. Just maybe a little buffer, like 3 months or something like that. Where I have it as, I have who is attending as number one. First off, if I'm going to travel, I'm not going to just travel to be with the sweaty guys. I want to enjoy the people I'm around. That's for me personally. Types of games is there, and then the pricing is number 3. But I'd also have to put other at 4 because is Pete there? If Pete's there, I'm there. That's that's. Yeah.
I mean, that's one statement I can wholeheartedly agree with. Yeah, but he's there.
Yeah, people who is attending is always more so because this isn't just time for me to go play cliX. It's a time for me to hang out with friends, and socialize and all that stuff. So it's more than just a game and being sweaty and having to get first place because I got something to prove. That is so far from the truth that, yeah, I'm there to hang out.
Dan, where would you rank them?
So I do enjoy the types of games. I'm super stoked for Silver. I know we played Silver last night, and now I know it was not the same amount of points, but I'm super excited to just build in Silver and play. And so different types of games is always good to play. I don't know if that's my main driving factor. Obviously, honestly, I think who is attending is the biggest one, or what the event is. Obviously, H4H was that was I think my first event this year where I was the sole attendee out of our group. I went by myself, and I went because it was just a really good time, and it was honestly that was that. Now I'm gonna go every year because it was just a really awesome event.
Yeah, we got the legend of Dr. Dan Brown Pants, and I think that is what makes that memorable for all of us, even if we weren't there with you.
I'm just gonna completely ignore that last statement. So I think that's honestly I would quote that as who's attending / what kind of event it is probably my number one, and then games played is another one, and then probably prizing is my number 3. Prizing needs to be important, but I'm not honestly playing for the prizing. The prizing's kind of secondary, honestly. I'm just playing because I want to do well, but prizing is just the icing on the cake, honestly. It's not but it's really not my primary motivating factor.
In some,
it's not like you're gonna win prizing and just make money off of it,
In some cases, it's the crumbs of the cake that you just leave on the plate because they're not that good.
Well, I understand. I mean, it's cool to get good prizing. Don't get me wrong, but it's just not man. If that's the only reason I played the game, I'd have been out a long time ago, honestly.
Pete, how would you rank them?
I want to first, before I rank them, agree with what Miles said. The pricing, there has to be a sweet spot between everybody gets it and people that travel to get the opportunity to get it should have a little bit of leeway. I don't know what that looks like, but I think there's definitely room for improvement. I would absolutely rank my reasons for doing things is I would go with who's attending, number 1. If my friends are there, if it's a big event, you're going to get me to go do that stuff. The biggest event I go to that's strictly click based is Worlds, right? It's Worlds, so you're gonna go. But I'm looking forward to my roommates. I'm looking forward to the nonsense that we find along the way there, and just the fun of being around my play group and stuff in a big environment in another city where I'm not having to balance other things. I would say Game type is super important. I like to be, if I'm going to go, I want to have opportunities to play different formats. And, right now, modern's not super exciting to me, just to be quite frank. Silver, I'm looking forward to. Team Worlds, I'm looking forward to. Opportunity for battle. I was going to say Battle Worlds. Battle Royals and Team Sealed and Battle Worlds. And then I would go other because I like to go to places to travel and experience the places. So trips that like we've taken where we've gone to other parts of the U.S. and gone to other areas, like just the extra stuff that you get to do during that time with your friends is super awesome. Pricing's pricing. It could certainly be better than what it's been recently.
Now, when you say that, do you mean the quality of the LEs or what the events are actually pricing out for pricing if you go in place?
I think probably the quality of the LEs. Like the pricing is, cliX pricing is pretty standard, right? Like you do really well, you get a brick, you get a case. That's awesome. Like that's amazing. I don't ever win anything, so I don't really worry about that. So
they've added like chase boosters now, though, and then the newer LEs that are with some of the events.
Yeah, I don't go for pricing alone. I mean, if I did that, I'd stop playing cliX about 2 weeks into it. So, yeah.
All right. Do you prefer top-heavy pricing where only the top-placed players get a huge amount of prizes, spread-out pricing where more players receive something but the top players get less, or evenly distributed prizes and winning is the reward? I think probably right in the middle, like just spread it out. I think if it's more spread out, it increases the attendance of an event because a lot of people, like Pete was just saying, aren't going to win, right? They want to just place, and that's fine. And I think that that's cool to be rewarded for that. And that's just how you're going to get more people playing, right?
Yeah, I think I agree with like the sweet spot. Like obviously you want differentiation for your like very top of the top, but I still think having people feel like I showed up and I at least got something, like that's nice. Like obviously it doesn't need to be something like super exclusive, right? But still them getting something worthwhile. Like the biggest thing is like the Mandarin rings. Oh man, like they're still just so good.
Even
Like
now.
that's like yeah, that's the kind of prizing where like I get 1 or 2 of those for just participating and I'm like, all right, well that was totally worth my time. Even if I went 0-3 and had a bad day. Like that's totally worth it. I think something like that where it's not something super exclusive, but it's just a really good piece is totally worth it to as like a participation. So
I will say the
Well,
addition
and I think
of participation prizes has been really nice. That's worth mentioning. What were you going to say, though, Miles?
yeah, and so also I think this is also a great way that they have so much in their warehouse, and they just so happen to have a format that they could make use of those things in their warehouse as pricing. A lot of people talk about how hard it is to get silver things. Like they have cases, bricks of the older sets. Like if you place lower, like I mean, getting a brick of like an older set that's not too old, or if it's silver legal, like they're still going to be able to get use out of it, and you're going to encourage them to try and play silver. Like they have to have plenty of that stuff because you still see it on sale on their website. So even those LEs like the Sinestro, the Spirit of Vengeance, they could have those LEs, especially with them being modern legal now, like as prizes.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of untapped potential. And I also think that it also is based off of like how heavy you want the pricing is like how, I guess, your skill level of a player, like you're going to have the players that just don't make cut that, they want to get more than just a participation prize, and you're going to have other players that always make cut. They go, no, we want it to be top heavy because they want the majority of the pricing to go to them. But I think meeting in the middle and, like even if you only cut to top 8, like I think like 9th through 16th, even in a modern event, I mean, if you're able to price them out like with a brick and then eventually, you split a brick, or a case or something of something Silver Age, I think would be totally fine. And I'm sure, I'm not sure, the exact amount of product, but, I'm sure they have cases and bricks still left over from those sets.
Pete, where would you like to see prizing land?
I think you just err on the side of rewarding the players. I think you reward participants. I think you reward travelers. I think you reward people that win. And I don't think it always has to be necessarily a HeroClix based thing. Like trophies are cool, plaques are cool, championship belts are amazing. Make it happen. But I think there's other things like t-shirts, cases. Like we have so much of the community that makes stuff that would just be great to see included in prizing. WizKids can certainly afford to support people making stuff for their game on the side market and bringing that into prizing too.
There's a lot of really talented 3D printers and other creators in the community, though. Even if would you guys, I don't know, pay like an extra $5 for an entrance fee if they added that to like the prize pool, like a bunch of different like blocking terrain or bystanders from like secondary market people?
Oh,
easy.
well, like what Aaron did for New Orleans when he had those like custom markers and stuff. Oh yeah, that was totally worth it. Like I would definitely pay extra for little like unique things like that for an event. Totally, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of help make the events stick out a little bit more. So I would even pay more to get little things like that. You're just customized terrain or bystanders for the newest sets that are coming out. That would be a great addition.
Well, and participation prizing isn't just you showed up and you played, here's your thing. Like, if you sit in, you're having a bad day and you're sitting bottom tables, like, have them just walk around and hand people something. Like, hey, man, I know you're, Pete, I know you're 1-4, but you're 1-3 and you're playing your 5th game here. Like,
thanks for sticking
here's
around.
something. Yeah, here's a free battle royal. Here's a picture with Anthony Barnstable. Like, come on, man. Like, throw me a bone down here, okay?
All right. There have been a ton of events firing off in a very short period of time. Is there such a thing as too many events, or is this how the game should be? It's probably pretty close to how it should be. There's a few lulls, but that's not even that bad. It makes it easier to travel to a few things in a shorter amount of time. I think overall we're pretty close to where we should be with convention events. Yeah, the CCO events twice a year, states at least once a year, and then the occasional like independent events too. There's a lot going on now compared to where we were like 2 years ago.
Which is really nice because I mean I'd rather have I honestly in that vein I'd rather have more than less as far as like events because the country's pretty vast, let alone international. So like being able to support as many people as it can in different like regions, locations, countries, that's great. You're not gonna be able to grow the game or have more people interested in it if it's not supported in more areas. So I don't think less tournaments is good. Honestly, I think I'm a-okay with how many we've had. To be honest,
This last run of the CCO events, it's been cool to see how many other countries are getting them. That was a huge win, I think.
oh yeah, definitely.
Miles, where do you sit on that? Because it's hard for you to get local events.
Yeah, that's why it's like there's not a lot of events. Like out here, there's it's hard for me to even drive up to Washington because it's like whenever they're set up, like I just can't go to the CCOs. I just can't drive that 10 hours. But yeah, I'm in a horrible position because of where I'm at in the country. But yeah, sadly,
I do wish you had an easier time. That's like tough where you're at.
Yeah,
You're just in like a very like awkward pocket.
yeah, exactly. It's a really, really weird pocket. Yeah, and it sucks.
How would you suggest fixing that? I think you're just kind of out in the middle
I
of
don't know.
nowhere.
Yeah, because like I said, we used to have the area, when cliX was originally around, but like all those players just stopped playing after Tops went out of business, and it just hasn't been able to recover because you have the stores preferring Magic. So I've already reached out to several stores, and just no one's interested, even if I'm the one that forks the bill for everything, which I've mentioned. They're just not interested in carrying it. So.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because you guys had a really good area, and there were people that would drive like 5 or 6. The people from Washington drive like 5 or 6 hours to a lot of events.
Yes, I have no problem. Like if if I could get to like a CCO within that, I mean, I drive to the CLIX League West events for that, you know. But like when you start doubling that time, and then you're also going to have to get a hotel for that night, you know, and then it's just especially on Sundays. Like I'm not going to do that on a Sunday because I having to work that Monday. I'm not going to take the day off. Yeah, it's logistically it's just tough. I guess I could just take a plane, but I'd have to buy it in advance, and
That's a lot, yeah, for
That's not-
an event.
I was gonna say that's not cheap either. Like I know flying's not cheap, so
no.
Pete, I know you only go to one event a year, but what's your opinion on how many we have right now a year?
I think this is fine. I think more events is better. I think the addition of the CCO and the things that Newmark and crew are doing with that are amazing. I love Hero Clicks for Huntingtons and supporting the charity. I mean, we plan my big Clicks trip or my vacation where I don't involve my family is going to Worlds. I'm very fortunate. I have a very good local scene. We have a great local scene, and I
Great.
probably could make it to more events, but you know, it just doesn't work out sometimes.
Yeah, more events just means you miss more events. Does that make you feel bad at any point or no?
Well, not until you started talking about it like that. Thanks.
Will that do anything for you? Maybe push you to make a few more?
You know that's not gonna do anything for me.
All right, well,
Wait,
I'll still
wait,
show
wait,
up when I
wait.
show up with no
Wait,
preparation.
no, but you're about to be off your
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how much that's going to change things, but I mean, not being in your rougher schedule anymore should be nice, right? Because this was your last one, right? Like 2 week ago.
This is hopefully the last month. This is the last one.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I get that. I totally understand that.
All right, we are in old school West territory here. We are moving on to question number 6. Why do you hate Recyclops Shroot? Well, he's just
I answer?
oh, absolutely, sure, go ahead.
Is Wes literally ever listened to any of his questions?
I don't know, probably. I think most of these are just for
Well,
his reference on Red, White, and Clicks.
Huh. Yeah. Okay. There's plenty of reasons we hate him. Just go back and listen to any number of podcasts where that douchebag's wrote in.
He's just a terrible idiot of a human being. I will say, though, he has been making better points lately, and it's making it a little harder to hate him at the level I always have. I still do.
So wait, are we sure he's not just AI? Because I feel like that's just like a bot account, honestly.
Could be.
I mean, he is learning, so that makes sense.
He is learning.
I
You're
just
right,
picture
Nate.
somebody's pet parakeet has gotten access to Chat GPT. Just crapping out shitty questions.
It's about as good as how the Spirit of Vengeance pilots all crap out. It's about the same thing.
Yeah, just shitting it out.
Yep. One after the next. Question number 7. A WWE wrestler, a professional boxer, and an MMA fighter are in a cage match to the death. No, the boxer does not have gloves. Who is walking out? Wouldn't that be funny if the boxer still had to wear his gloves, though? I think I would want to watch that.
It's really gruesome. Why is it gotta be to the death?
Does one person have to die or 2 people have to die?
Yeah, whose death are we leaving on?
So I think we can all agree the professional boxer is probably the one going down, right? And then
I mean, it's tough. I mean, potentially.
I
Yeah.
think I give the overall edge to the MMA fighter, honestly.
Yeah.
Oof.
There's
But that's where it's tough because if you're talking about a WWE wrestler and an MMA fighter, I mean, you can pull out a few. You got Ken Shamrock, you got Dan Severn, you got Brock Lesnar. So realistically, like, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about CM Punk level of WWE wrestler? Are we
right. There's a very wide spectrum of what WWE wrestlers offer in a brutal cage match to the death.
Yes.
Like not even to like injury or like just straight death.
Yeah, I think it's just full murder.
I would go with the MMA's leaving, and I would give the boxer an edge over the wrestler because that's a big group of people. But
yeah,
Miles had a
it
great
depends on
point.
what
Like you have a
WWE
lot of guys that have done both. Like Karrion Kross is actually a pretty talented judo fighter in his own right.
Even Undertaker trains.
So let's assume that it's somebody like that and not, somebody like, I don't know, give me a good example.
Hey, let's do Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather, and CM Punk.
Well, I don't like that one.
I don't like Punk's chances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
Mike Tyson, Brock Lesnar, and Randy Couture.
That's a little bit of a better one.
Ooh. That's violent. I kind of like Mike in that fight.
Yeah, not the Mike Tyson against Jake Paul. I'm talking about Mike Tyson versus Leon Spinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta be the death though, huh? Man, that's dark.
I feel like this needs to be more in depth and actually have people named.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm gonna go with Ken Shamrock as my wrestler, and I think he's gonna win. If we're talking about them in peak.
I think you need to look at weight classes too and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be tough to argue against Brock.
Yeah, but now let's throw in Mark Henry for the WWE wrestler if Brock's going to be the MMA fighter.
Let's throw in Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Scotty too hotty.
Yeah. CM Punk is a perfect example of what would happen to them.
Leave CM Punk alone. All right, going to question number 8. Will you still...
Did Dan have an answer?
Dan, do you have an answer for WWE wrestler, professional boxer, and MMA fighter?
I gave my answer. Like, I'm going to give the answer to the MMA fighter. Like, that was my answer originally. Like, was I supposed to change that?
No, I just was making sure you got a chance to answer that question.
Oh, I mean, do I have like a personal pick? No, I have no idea because I don't keep up with those sports enough to be like, yeah, this is totally who I'd pick for this one.
Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
Oh, no.
She should be in one of them with...
Ronda would mess some people up, man.
I mean, she will, but like, I guess I was wondering why that was your pick versus like other people. I felt like that was just a troll pick, honestly, was what I was thinking.
So how about China? What's a professional woman boxer?
Ooh,
The Amandi girl or whatever, whoever it is. I don't know. Muhammad Ali's daughter. Georgia Foreman.
So, all right. So China, Foreman, or Ronda Rousey. Triple threat match to the death.
Why are we supporting death matches?
Yeah,
that's the question. That's what we do. We support the question. The question just happens to be a death match.
Because she doesn't want to be treated like a man, and she doesn't want to be treated like a woman. She just wants to be treated for just who she is, and that's China.
So China, all right. China across the board, sure. All right, 8th and final question: will you still love the game and travel to events if nothing changes about Beetlejuice in the near future? Travel might decrease soon. We play enough around here, though, that the love for the game isn't really going away. It's just specifically 300 modern competitive, that is.
I have 5 children. There's nothing that will stop me from traveling from playing.
I thought you were going to go the other way with that one.
I really thought that was going the other way. I was like, that's got to be going the other way.
I was expecting, if I'm not having fun, then, I can't be leaving my kids or something like that.
Miles just keeping it real.
Yeah. I mean, clicks that don't change or kids that don't change. Either way, I'm screwed.
That's true. I agree with that. Dan?
I guess like as far as like me, it's really gonna. This is gonna be. It'll be the type of event and who's going. If something like H for H, I'll still go. Or if it's like an event where you guys are attending, I will still go. Apparently, I'm now compelled to go to CLIX Camp next year, so I have to put that on my calendar. Thanks, King Brian. Or was it Corey? Well, either way, one of you two jokers was like, I just am now compelled to go. So
this question took off.
Oh.
Pete, will it affect your one event a year?
My love for the game is not going to change because again, I'm very fortunate to play with a great play group. Traveling to events, I'm still going to travel. Am I going to play modern? Honestly, I haven't decided.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be quite frank. If it's a possibility of the juice for another year or two, there better be something else running on the side.
Yep.
I
Silver,
agree.
Or at
baby,
least
let's go.
or at least a casino I can go to, one or the other.
Nah, Pete. We're going to the club if that's the case. Because there ain't always a casino.
PR champion Pete for the next 2 years.
That would be a thing to see right there. All right, going
That's
to
about the same financial commitment as me going to the casino, so maybe I should look into that.
McConnell Lamar. Hey, gents. Hope you had a great weekend. How do y'all plan to balance your schedule for Worlds between the marquee and side events? I'll definitely be playing Silver and then Team Sealed with the family, but realistically, I hate BRs. I just do not enjoy sealed events, so that might be all I do. I'm still 50-50 on playing in Modern if they don't address what we just talked about.
I'm not going to be able to juggle it. I mean, I don't know how to juggle my own personal life, so I'm going to go there and I'm going to wing it. Am I going to have fun? I don't know. Probably not. We're going to go.
It just hurts my soul, Miles, in like so many ways.
The Miles versus real, and yeah, I'm going to be a busy man. Or my cohort's real. I probably won't be there, but you'll see a lot of Mileses.
Dan?
So super stoked for Silver. Also stoked to be running it back with Miles and Pete as always. But beyond that, I'm on the fence for Modern right now. Like I might play. I also might just say don't care and do something else with that day. Like I might just go chill by the pool or something. I don't know.
Can't blame you.
That's a good point. It's a nice pool.
We should
Like,
run. Can we run a side event at the pool during 300 Modern, and it's just 300 Modern, but Beetlejuice's band?
So wait, no, it's drinking. We can do drinking in cliX, right? Because that doesn't be publicly like supported, right? I mean, we can
Sure.
just do that.
That pool's going to be busy that week because Kenny's getting a rock bottom into it from what I've been told.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. We got to start reminding people about Kenny's Rock Bottom that'll happen at Worlds this year into the pool. Yeah, we got to start running with that one for sure. Pete, What about you? Marquee and side events. How do you balance your schedule?
It's a tough. My schedule is full. I have a full schedule. Silver, yes. Team Worlds, absolutely. Normal nonsense of Worlds, yes. And because I'm the only positive on this podcast, I'm going to say 51% chance I play in Modern.
Okay. I don't know if that's positive or negative.
I mean, if you round up, I've already done it for you. 51.
All right. What do you hope these events will be like? Chaos Sealed. I hope that the sealed was a typo and it's actually just a fun constructed side event that isn't sealed.
It's not Chaos Sealed unless they require pop dice, and I will bring plenty of pop dice. So
Yeah, I still enjoy sealed. So like that's still something like I look forward to, especially like team sealed. That's just a good time because you bring the like collaboration aspect into it. So
yeah, well, me and Redmond pull crap, so we don't look forward to normal sealed.
I mean that's
Wait a sec.
understandable. I usually pull somewhere in the middle, so like it works.
I have not done
did they actually?
What's that?
Do they actually call it Chaos Sealed?
Yeah, there's a side event called Chaos Sealed. I don't think we know what it is yet, though. So
I feel like it's a returning format, or I thought I saw somewhere mentioned where it was like a returning format.
Oh,
Like it was a really
sounds like
old thing that they brought back or something. I have no idea.
okay.
Sounds like I got something else to add to the schedule because I love chaos.
And then the Bystander Pack Battle Royale. That'd be great if it was just like all those super hard to get bystanders from the chase boosters. I think that'd be a really good way to get them out there. I personally don't care about them because I've already spent hundreds of dollars on each one. So there's that. But that would be a cool way for other people to get them.
I'll also be playing the Bystander Pack Battle Royal because I'm not one of those people that would spend hundreds of dollars. Instead, when I win them, I give them away. So maybe I can load up again on them.
Well, maybe if you had events to play and you'd want to keep them.
This is true.
Does anybody think that it is not bystanders from the chase boosters?
I'm looking forward to my third head pool. So let's go, baby.
I hope they're the old like pop-out ones from the paper. You know, the cardboard ones. That's what I'm hoping they are.
Oh my gosh.
What's kind of
Just loads of drop bears.
what's kind of messed up
That's
though is
all I
that we have however many sets there's been. It doesn't look like there's any in what was there? There's none in Smash and Destroy. There was none in Lantern Legacy. I don't think we saw anything previewed for X-Men 97, so they might be done with those. And so a handful of them are even going to rotate immediately after Worlds. So you don't even really get to play them in any event in Modern.
Top ECM. Yeah, we can play them in Silver, and like that's the #1 premier thing, you know. So
that's a very good point.
I mean, because everyone knows that the Intercontinental Champion was the workhorse of the company. It wasn't the world champion.
The backbone.
Mm-hmm.
Where are your favorite places to eat in Memphis during Worlds? So I actually had to look this place up, but Christina and I found this awesome restaurant. I want to say it was 2 years ago, called Babalu. It's Babalu. It's what is it? It's Southern cuisine with Latin flair is how it's described. And we brought and then we went back with Pete and Miles last year, and I definitely want to go back this year. What did you guys think of that place?
That was really, really good, honestly. Yeah, I liked it.
That was excellent. Absolutely.
It's a little bit more in, what would you call that, in town or whatever? In a safer,
kind of the downtown area.
A safer part of town.
No, turn 2 blocks the wrong way and that changes quick.
But it's a good thing to do on Wednesday. That seems to be a great great night to go out that far. And then where was the first year that we went, we got barbecue. Where did we go?
Barbecue shop.
That place is pretty good.
Barbecue shop is amazing.
It's Marlowe's.
Yeah. Marlowe's is good. The commissary, if you want an upscale place, but that's, I think, in their Germantown, so it's a little bit from where you stay. But it is an absolutely wonderful restaurant, too.
It's hard for me to recommend Marlowe's because I went there to eat a burger, and they wouldn't give me a burger until I ate barbecue. So I'd eat 2 meals.
Which I'm sure you just hated.
I did.
All I remember.
My first Worlds, I went there, and I was like, I want to get a burger. And she's like, you don't come here for a burger, you come here for a barbecue. And I'm like, fine, I'll take that pulled pork sandwich. And then when she came back and she's like, can I get you a drink or anything else? I'm like, yeah, I'll take that burger now. She was not impressed, so I didn't tip her.
Wow.
Marlowe's and Redmond's pocket chicken.
The pocket chicken.
Yeah.
Dude, I was so
And then
pissed
Dan
when
had pocket chicken, but he left it out, so you could eat it. Yeah.
right to waste.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I don't know if the fryer oil was a little bit older last year than the year before, but the chicken tenders were not as good on that night that we went last year.
The year we went to the barbecue shop too, our waiter was absolutely wasted.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even get to go to this other barbecue place that you guys went to last year, so like I would just feel left out now. So
It was pretty good though.
We
I
can go
liked
to barbecue.
It was Pete, I, Christine, and Kong Slapper Magoo. But it was good. The wait was like forever though, and the waiter was definitely messed up.
Oh, super messed up.
it's with most things in Memphis.
All right, Lou Minotti, 8 Daredevils or Zune, which is what, Zod or Sanan.
Yes.
So Lou said he's open to make it to our CCO on the 16th. So I'm gonna say I support the 8 Daredevils. However, I hope I don't have to go up against it.
Oh, you don't want to go up against your team? What?
20 Daredevils.
20 Daredevils could be good.
There's 20 equipment.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 8 Daredevils. Do it, Lou. Be great.
Dan, which direction are you leaning towards?
Oh, it's definitely the trio. It's like, come on, Luke. I know you can do it. So it's like that's 2 people I expect to play the trio. You and Harris. That's it. So
Why would you choose the terrible option?
it's not the terrible option. It's the awesome option.
Aren't they Kryptonian?
Yeah, but they're not the funsies Kryptonian. They're the actual, like, you'll get hurt Kryptonian.
Nah, they're still Kryptonians. Do you know who's not a Kryptonian? Daredevil.
You know who doesn't have correct? You know who doesn't have correct keywords? Daredevil.
That's fine. Do you know which one he didn't get? Kryptonian. All right, going to Ben Groenheid. Assuming, God damn it. All right. Ben Groenheid. Assuming sets continue to retire from Modern immediately after Worlds, are you okay with Lantern Legacy retiring roughly 13 months after release? Would you rather it be excluded from Worlds so we get a full 2 years, or do we need the set legal to shake up the meta? 13 months, especially with a set that has so much potential as Lantern Legacy, just the way it could add to the meta and what you can build with, that's just way too short. I do want it legal for Worlds, but if the difference maker is giving it an extra full year, I would say hold off on it.
I really don't think it's going to shake up the meta that much. All you're going to do is you're going to be seeing people play batteries and Mogo, mostly.
But at least that's still 40 points, and it's 40 points of something new. You know, you'll see the Alan Scott builds.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you can see I guess we'll be able to see Joe win Worlds with the 100-point Alan Scott. Can't
Ghost
touch
Rider
me.
Prime Colossus build.
He's
just
still
not
got
worth
points
it.
left.
Yeah, well,
If
yeah,
it rotates
there's
next year,
there's not much points left after that. 100 plus what? 95 plus 80? That's basically 300 points.
Couple of one shots.
Because at that point, it's only going to get 1 Nationals and 2 Worlds if it rotates next year, which just feels bad. Because at least Deadpool Weapon X got 2 Nationals.
Yeah, that I don't want. I really want Lantern Legacy to have a longer shelf life for modern. Like, just.
It's because we only get 1 set a year.
Well, yeah, but I've really enjoyed the last few DC sets, so like I want this one to have its time instead of just like, oh, it's gone already.
And I don't think
I can't wait to poison.
They've never actually said sets get two years at Worlds, right? That's just kind of what it has been without an official word. So they easily could say this gets an extra Worlds.
Yeah, they've never made an official what rotates and whatnot. I mean, we still have every single Iconics in Modern still.
And Death Metal Wonder Woman, who's close to a decade old.
Yeah.
She's almost older than I am at this point.
It's true, Dan.
Well, they were going to rotate her,
close.
but then instead, she turned her last click and healed. After he said.
Death Metal Wonder Woman was made 5 minutes after Dan was born.
A great year, just saying. That was a good year.
Yeah.
We're gonna preview Lantern Legacy, so I just let's just get a year where you can actually play the damn pieces without juice. That's all I'm hoping for.
Oh, what if they were
I'm
only
guessing
legal? During the time he's legal.
Oh my god, that'd be so awful. Like,
Here's all your free stuff. Never mind.
Yeah, literally, just never mind.
Just all the lanterns having to take a power action to make their constructs. That sounds really fun.
It sounds so much fun that I would just never play them until they hit silver.
Exactly.
I'd be like, all right, cool. I'll just play them here. They're better here.
A full set.
Dan, I have a follow-up question. Who babysat who? Did you babysit Death Metal Wonder Woman, or was she in charge of you?
Oh, she was definitely in charge of me. I was not a responsible baby.
Yeah, you look like someone like the snoo from the Amazon for sure.
Hey, at least I'm honest about it, unlike other people.
Yeah. No, I'm not hating. I'm jealous.
All right, going to Joe Ruffing. Sandworm legal for your regional on the 16th, and predictions on how many people will try it and how well they'll do. Keep an eye on the win. We have to go by all the WizKids official rules. Otherwise, we would have banned the balls right off of Beetlejuice. Convention time items, though, are, what is it? It's legal the 7th of the the 7th of the month after it released.
He doesn't actually have balls, so you're going to figure something else out to ban him on, because there's no balls there. As Luke can contest. So
how are you gonna rule the sandworm if the wind isn't quick on it? Is he gonna reduce all damage, or do you have to pick a reducer?
no, I would try to be like spirit of the game on this one because that's pretty terrible.
We'll get an official ruling on it on the design intent before we actually do if they don't issue it. But
forget it.
when you look at it though, it went up for order on July 26th, but the first one that I saw someone actually receiving theirs was August 1st. So I don't know where you count that from. So I don't think it was actually available at a con, right? It was just that online pop-up convention weekend deal thing.
Oh, right? I thought it was at a convention at San Diego Comic-Con.
I think that's why they did the online thing, but I don't think you could actually pick it up. Even when they shot a picture of the glass case, I don't think it was in there, was it?
That's true, yeah, because I haven't seen anyone trying to sell it, so that's a very good point.
People started getting theirs on August 1st, though, because somebody asked if anyone's received theirs yet, and people said that it was coming without even notifications, and some people took pictures of it, so they have it. So I don't know if it's going to be legal the 7th of this month or the 7th of next month. So, yeah, just we'll post a thing on our page if it becomes legal, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the two options are the Beetlejuice meta or the Sandworm Ares Bomb meta, I think I'm going to take the Sandworm Ares Bomb meta.
Every time.
Oh, yeah.
I could see the actual sandworm like doing well though. It's all smash and bash, you know. And so if there's any time for the worm, it's right now. And
especially because they can deal penetrating damage to a 200-point Kong if it's a Ghost Realm theme team.
Actually, could it?
Yeah, 300 points.
Yeah, but it's not 300 points. It's 100, 160.
No, 100, 100, 100, or 60, 60, or.
I think you put avatars on it though, right? So I would go 100, 160.
Well, I guess
But is it 260 or is it 3 100-point characters? Because it says that you play one and you choose a point value, then you have to add the other two. So I don't think it's let's just say you put them all on 100 points. I don't think it counts as a 300-point character. I think it counts as 3 100-point characters.
Well, they're saying how since you have to play one piece that you can play all three in silver at full. So.
Well, yeah, because the rules literally say you have to add it.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, so never mind. I guess I wouldn't be doing penetrating to.
And it's got different names, right?
Yeah.
So,
it does,
yeah. I think it counts. Yeah, and you can equip it with 3 different things. So it has to count as 3 different characters for 3 different point values.
Yeah.
That'd be cool if it could eat Kong, though. Dan, would you be a little jealous if a sandworm ate Kong?
No, I'd find that hilarious.
If it's legal for our tropical, how many people do you think would play it? I'll go with 3.
I think Mr. Ruffing here is trying to pull a red herring. But that's my thought on this.
If you get 36 people, I'm going to say 6. So 1/6 the field.
Okay.
6 feels about right.
I think it's really good.
I would agree. Yeah.
Dan, where are you at now on it?
People will try it, so I don't know maybe the 5th of the field, maybe a little underneath that, somewhere in that 15-20% maybe tops.
Let's say 36 people come to the regional. How many people play sandworm if it's legal? Say 15.
15 sandworms.
Kind of a lot. I'm gonna go with 6 people if we get 36. I'm gonna say 6 people.
Okay.
I want to see 20 now.
Dude,
I want to see 20 people.
I'm so mad I don't have one in hand yet. I was hoping there was gonna be one in my mailbox when we're going to play on Monday. All right, then we got Aaron Young. What is your setup for streaming? So I use OBS, and then I've been using 1 to 3 webcams depending on the event. And then I did finally just get the cables I needed for these 2 HD cameras I have, so I do want to try those soon. So that might change a little bit of how I do stuff. But as of lately, it's been just OBS and the 1 or 3 webcams. If we're at an event, I'm just using my laptop. Dan, when you've done the iPad, you have some extra things, don't you?
Yes, I have a wide angle lens, and then I have an attachment for my iPad that is it's a splitter, so it connects a power cord, and the other attachment for my mic, the same mic that I use currently that we're recording with. So it's just a nice mic. It also got all of our recordings from H4H for when we live stream the auction. So that's my quick and easy setup, but I'm currently investing in a larger setup with a table mount and some other tools to give me better angles and stuff. So I'm currently working on that. I'm just piecemealing it together right now.
And Miles, you haven't really streamed anything, have you?
No, if I stream stuff, it's just going to be just front-facing camera. I don't have the cameras yet, but those should be coming in soon.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to get like something better than this laptop.
Right. And Pete, you don't even go to events, so there's nothing to stream.
I just finally got access to the Facebook account, so I'm just happy about that.
He streams he used to stream pay-per-views on his iPad, so
That's true.
Yeah, they cut that off though. Bastards.
All right, John Eric Hafford. So with the Planet CLIX coming out, thoughts on having theme team exclusive sites or locations that would give keyword sharing pieces certain bonuses but play like the planets? For the example of Baxter Building for Fantastic Four, Fantastic Four keyword giving all figs with a printed keyword similar effects to what the planets do. I like that idea a lot. I've always enjoyed theme, and I've for a very long time said theme isn't dead, but it's kind of been dead ever since needing Chair Panther. So I think that would be a great way to make theme a little bit stronger and make you consider it. Because for the last 8 months, I have not been really caring about theme at all. If it happens out of coincidence, it happens, and that's it. What do you guys think?
yeah, I think it'd be a great way to take over for the map bonuses because you just get it at all times, even if it's like like an event dial, like the planets or the lanterns. That's able to give like powers and stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool. You have like the Avengers Tower, Baxter Building.
Dan?
That's kind of neat. I'm not, because obviously if you're looking in the vein of like planets, I don't know. I'm not 100% how to like recreate that with other things. So the Baxter Building is interesting, but that's more of like I don't know. I like it in theory. I don't know. It's one of those where I'd need to like test it out or I'd see it like tried versus that, I guess. Yeah, but I like it in thought.
With what we've seen, 2 planets so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both 40 points. The batteries are 40 points too, right? And
Yep.
those are
I guess my bigger point was I know that Mogo is obviously alive, right? It's a physical thing that exists, or like it's a being, right? Is the other planet also like a living entity? I don't know enough about the ultraviolet.
Umbrax, I believe it is.
So that's where the Baxter Building isn't like an alive thing.
But look at Apocalypse coming out. That's not a living planet.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know then. I have no idea. But that was where I was trying to draw the equivalency. It was like, well, but they're actually like living things in comics, so.
Well, I think he's talking more about something that like the whole living thing isn't really an issue. It's the fact that you have something that you're paying for and it doesn't move, or like the planets, they come off the map, right? So if it's not friendly to your force, you're not even interacting with it. The batteries are similar where you're not supposed to be able to move them. So they're just staying in your starting area the whole time, even though they're technically characters, but you're still paying 40 points for like bonuses and effects, right? Similar to the planet. You can still give up those points if something happens. But I think if you're paying upwards of 40 points for something like a Baxter building or like I don't know, Cerebro or the Danger Room or what's something not X-Men? What's Superman's stupid castle called?
The Fortress of Solitude?
Yeah, like something like that. Like you could play if you paid 40 points for that and you got to put it like either in your starting area or something like that, it could have crazy effects for 40 points. I like that. Like let's say you choose, and this is probably a poor choice, but you choose to play the Kryptonian keyword and then you play stupid Crystal Castle and you're back, and you do a bunch of cool stuff. What would they do?
That's why I think event dials. I think event dials is a good place to look at when you're trying to start something like that. I know it was before your guys' time, but like it was similar to that. Like at the
I still have some
things to turn the dial.
Is it kind of similar then to what the battery does, where you have to turn the dial?
Pretty much,
and
it's like the battery. Yeah, except it detected both you and your opponent.
Wasn't the Gamma Bomb an event dial, or am I wrong?
No, that was just that wasn't a event dial. It was just something. It was just a terrain marker that you could interact with. No, the event dials just were off the map that you couldn't interact with. You had to do. There's a Planet Hulk one that like each turn, like it turned, and if you KO'd a figure, you turn, and like you had different things set up for it. But it was for both you and your opponent, and so I don't believe they were tournament legal. But I think that's a great starting point for something like this. When you roll leadership, you turn it a click, and I think something like that.
Pete, do you have?
But yeah, it's essentially just like the batteries.
Do you have an opinion on this?
Yeah, I mean, I love the map bonuses. I think that's super cool. Do stuff like that. It just needs to be a scoreable game element. That's all. If you're gonna do something like that, just make it a scoreable game element.
Are you happy with the way that the planets are scoreable based off like a potential to take damage, or the batteries where you can just
I do.
blow them up? Or
Yeah,
KO
I
them
mean,
or
because
whatever?
it's something that you're paying to have on the field and your opponent can interact with it. I mean, the map bonuses when we had them weren't super overpowered and they were only 5 points. So then confining them into something that requires a keyword is great.
Yeah.
Well, if you make them 40 points, these event dials, like for this, like that's now a 260 point team that has to go all in on that, and I think that's fine because if you wipe the team, then you get those points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people are having a big fit about the planets that get taken off the map, and just like what we've talked back and forth with against Arrow. Like I love Arrow, but at 45 points, it's just to me it's too much. I've seen her do cool stuff, but you're taking so many points to do support stuff, and to do 40 points into a battery or 40 points into a planet, that's like a huge investment.
I mean, I think it's one of those things where if you have like a good strat with them, then that's when they play out well. I hope that's what they become, is like a utility piece that isn't, because like right now I compare them to Kevin, right? I mean, Kevin's on map, but that's like the equivalent. Like he's the same amount of points, offers a ton of utility, and is just really amazing. And so that's kind of what I'm like softly comparing them to.
No, that's a good comparison. It's 40 points of like amazing support, right?
Yeah, and so that's what I'm hoping for, that in like a different vein, but it's more of how you can build into it versus like Kevin's just like, I just throw this on here because it's a really good 40 points. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of where I'm thinking of like, oh, hey, this works really good with this, right? Like Mogo's got like, what is it? He's got what? Is it prob top dial? I think.
Prob top dial with Quake.
Yeah. So like
And
that's
barrier.
like so and barrier. So like those 3 powers are all really good, but it's like dependent on I think your build and like what you need. But versus like Umbrax has different things. So that's what I'm thinking about them with. But
Well, yeah, because like Mogo, if you're playing him, you're either doing a very good piece with Green Lantern keyword, or you're doing something where you're going to hit your willpower on like a Kong or something like that. Otherwise, you're not putting him on your team for 40 points. So that'd be similar to having to build into it a keyword. You have to really make it worth it. It's not just something, like you add, like, it's not just like, oh, I guess I'll throw Ares on here and I'll throw Mimic on my sideline. It's very different. All right. Then we have Martin Norton. Since the U.S. players kick ass in the Canadian Nats, should we office to make Canada the 50? No, he did type it like that. 51st state.
Yes.
Okay.
Nope. Say it how he typed it. Say it how he typed it.
51st 51st state
would be 51st. Yeah.
Maybe
It'd
Canada
technically be the
should
53rd.
just get good.
Yeah, it's technically 53rd. We got Puerto Rico and Guam already.
I was gonna say I feel like Puerto Rico should have like state claim to 51. To be fair,
I'm pretty sure that there's
Guam.
0 Canadian players that would want to become the 51st state.
I would get renamed Canada then.
That we're probably not going to see a whole lot of Canadian players at Worlds this year, which I am sad about.
Yes. I'll eat Canadian bacon and syrup, maple syrup for you.
I don't think that that'll mean anything to any of them.
I will eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and drink a cup of milk.
Is that a thing, or is that just a random promise that you're making?
No, that's a thing at Graceland. They make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and milk.
Oh,
at like 9:00 every night.
It's also a random promise he's making.
Okay, just checking.
No, that's not a promise.
But this is also Miles, so we know he's gonna do it. So.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna do it.
don't doubt that.
I'll live stream it too.
I just want to know if it's a Miles thing or if it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Okay,
Just because it's a Miles thing doesn't make it a thing.
it kind of does. The odds are very high that if it's a Miles thing, it's not a thing.
But a Miles thing becomes a thing.
That does happen way too frequently
There's at least 5 examples of that.
on today's podcast alone. All right.
And at his house.
Jocelyn Bowmeister, what's your favorite team name out of all the teams at Canadian Nationals? I think Lilith Fair goes to Ottawa, without a doubt wins that one. But the only one that was close to yours was the 55 scoops of protein, but it was basically just Joe's team. So it did lose some points for unoriginality, and it doesn't even really make sense because, Joe doesn't even believe in protein.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would say that there's a lack of creativity in some of the most of the names, honestly.
I don't know if you get to like actually criticize team name considering your track record, sir.
Sometimes it's just to stay organized, but I have been doing a very good job lately of naming my teams, so I do now get to criticize them.
I was gonna say that's what the cliff notes underneath are for, so you can still stay organized and have a proper team name.
Dude, he gave us one of the great emo names of all time, so this is where we're at.
This is what it's come to.
Did he
This is what it's come to.
I'm gonna give a shout out to the 19th place team by Andrew Del Rey, Canadian Smoke Show. I wish we just in the top 8. Yeah.
I do. I agree with the Lilith. The Lilith.
Oh, yeah,
Fair
that's
Ottawa
easy.
is probably still. Yeah, that one's pretty awesome. Like,
Take notes, gentlemen. Jocelyn knows how to name teams, and just ask her.
yep.
Could we somehow make it Lilith Fair and 55 scoops of protein?
I mean, yeah, that's definitely top 2 for sure. Those were great.
What about Lilith Fair goes to Ottawa to get 55 scoops of protein?
That's a lot of protein. God.
Dan, what's
What's a
your
Lilith Fair? It's for?
what's your favorite team name?
Oh, it's definitely the Lilith one because you're playing Lilith. That's fantastic.
It's a little hard to beat. Pete, I think we know where you stand on this one too.
Oh yeah, it's the Lilith Fair. That one was good on so many levels.
And then when Pete taught me about it, I was like, oh, this is so cool. Like I literally looked it up and had to read about it because it's just great.
Surprised your babysitter death metal woman over and didn't explain it to you.
Well, she wasn't the most educated babysitter. I'm sorry. It was more violence than education.
What went on?
He watched Baby's.
Dan's really getting some insights into himself tonight. I think Dan was raised as a warrior child.
All right, Jeff Dumas, are you going to finish up the CLW2? So they finish up their season on the 23rd of August. So I'd like to go over those events that we missed the week before it, if that's what you mean, Jeff. Because there was a week where I think we only covered half of them, because maybe half happened on Saturday and half happened on Sunday. Does that sound right?
We were still waiting on a few. Like the next week, there was the last bit.
Because we
Jeff,
looked at a
literally
bunch and we
every
missed a
week.
bunch.
Every week, Redmond's like, I don't think we have enough content, and then it turns into 3 to 4 hours of the week. So, yes, we will be covering it.
We're hitting 3 here. All right, then we have Tyler McConnell. What is a good 300-point team that includes 200-point Kong? I really liked mine. So it was the 200-point Kong with Cathan for the +1 combat values, and then Iconic's Wendigo. You KO him to give Kong another +1 combat values and steal energy, and then a Legacy Daredevil with Destroyer armor. You KO that Daredevil, then you equip the Kong with the Destroyer armor that he is equipped with, and then he gets Close Combat Expert and +1 defense. And you can use the one-shots in the Snake Pit to deal yourself some damage to get those guys a little bit, or KO'd a little bit quicker. I know it doesn't leave
I think
much room, but...
Isaac was able to take your team. I think the only thing would have done is give Daredevil the free Destroyer armor. But yeah, I think Isaac's team from Canadian Nationals is a great place to start for 200-point Kong. Or the Lilith Fair, if you have a Prime Lilith.
Yeah, I like that one too. I think the big thing though is that that prob is so big. So what I did like about my team obviously was the stats, but if I did get rid of that Legacy Daredevil, you could put the Kong that Khonshu on Kong and get the prob. And man, there's some rounds where like a crit miss just killed me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then but then you can still get at least you're getting what +1 +2 because you have Cathan and you can eventually get Wendigo out there, right? Still, so you're still getting +2s, right? Which is really bonkers. Yeah. And you're getting the symbiote still, I think, too, or did you not have the symbiote on that final build?
No, I took the symbiote off just because it only gave it shape change and steal energy, and you already get steal energy with the Wendigo also.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's why you give the red symbiote for the Ares bomb.
And sidestep.
And sidestep. So I took that off. I took that off the build that I brought to CLIX camp.
Okay. No, I was just curious because I couldn't remember exactly. I know you tweaked it a couple times. So.
Do you have a?
We're gonna be seeing this so much.
Oh yeah, it's just gonna just blow up now. Dan, do you have a 200-point Kong build?
I mean, if I was gonna play Kong, I'd probably play something like between yours and Isaac's because I like the Khonshu idea. I mean, Khonshu's always been good on Kong, honestly, and this was probably somewhere in there. Honestly, I might tweak it a little bit, but not by much. That's pretty much where I think right now where everything stands. He's probably strongest with that setup. So.
There's just something special about 200-point Kong with all those power-ups that I gave him, and then he's a 10, 15, 23, 8 with steal energy.
Oh, yeah. I think my thing is like I'm going to be getting good at like murdering Kongs again, so it's just like that's more where my head is at versus playing the 200-point monk ape, so...
Well, what's wild is, again, it's just the crit misses, and the people, they just hit 23s regularly, and it's kind of insane.
I mean, the stat mods are what I feel like are back to the was it last year right around this time, right? Because was last year when Arachnite rotated, right? Yeah. And that was back again. We were in the Porter meta, and stat mods were wild. So I feel like we're basically back there again. Honestly, at least as the amount of stat mods that are floating around right now, which is hilarious.
Yeah. It's more, I think, defensive and passive things like Close Combat Expert. You have the sword that gives it. You have the Avengers TA now, things like that. That it's a lot more passive stuff. You're not doing the perplexes as much, the free perplexes.
Mm-hmm.
Pete, do you have a 200-point Kong build?
I think there's probably not a better one than what Isaac or you played, honestly.
Then last we have Peter Marshfield. All right, nothing super amazing for me to bring to the table. Work has caught up with me quite a bit, and now my free time is spent just trying to enjoy what a 4-year-old brings when he wants to play. With that set aside, I've made 2 fatal errors outside of missing last week's episode to annoy all of you. My first mistake was introducing my kiddo to Mario Kart. Well, that doesn't sound like a mistake. Now, it's one thing he wants to do every night. This probably isn't a mistake, as he's having fun, even if he gets crushed along with my wife every time we play. See, there you go. The second, despite trying to avoid anything to do with Warhammer 40k, I've recently rediscovered how much I enjoy that setting and game for all of its lore. I'm assuming 40k is going to punt me further into the little corner of the CLIX community, but this does bring me to a question. Outside of the lore, the game is known for players being able to paint up their minis in ways that make them their own. What is the coolest repainted or painted up mini you've seen in HeroClix, or is the fact all of it is pre-painted why we shouldn't see any paint modifications? I think one of the reasons that I even play is because they are pre-painted. And I think this is more than just like painting, but his name is Leo Asnieta. But he has some really cool, like just full sculpt things that he'll post. He'll do like these little videos and kind of spin them.
Oh yeah, the custom sculpts that he's made, yeah, they're really dope.
But he's done like a spiral. He had a Green Lantern Juggernaut. He posts some really cool customs. I'd like to see more of that stuff.
I'll go ahead and let Pete and Dan answer this because they're going to be incorrect, and I'm going to answer them correctly. So,
all right, let's start with Dan.
Man, okay. Well, I'm glad that no matter what my answer is, it is incorrect. I don't mind. I really don't have any like problem with like repainted stuff. The Dalton actually. So I had the War of the Realms Venom was actually painted incorrectly from the comic, or so like the spines are red when they should be gray. So he actually like fixed that for me. So I do have technically one like repainted mini. So I don't paint things myself, but I was very fortunate that he fixed that for me. But yeah, I mean, I like when people do like repainted sculpts or do like even people that have like touched up sculpts and made them a little flashier or just closer to the even like the comic cover is really cool. Like I mean, artistic expression is really awesome. Like seeing that in any medium, even if you're taking like a pre-painted mini and adding a little bit of flair to it is neat. So I really don't like. I think it's cool, honestly.
What was it like to give Dalton a figure to paint, and he painted it and actually gave it back to you?
It was very blissful. It was like, oh, this is great. You know, it's how this is supposed to work, right?
Oh, that's cool. Sure wish I would get mine back, Dalton. Pete, what's yours?
I'm going to give you guys a little insight into the Pete house. I'm not a painter. I'm not painting anything. My wife actually won't let me touch a paintbrush if we repaint a room in our house because I do it so poorly. So that's an absolute win for Pete. But the answer is, yes, artistic expression is important. And I'm going to say it because I think I know where Miles is going, and it's Sexy Clicks.
Oh,
yep.
God
I
damn
didn't
it.
even. That was where the like. I did not even get there.
Miles ain't beat me to that answer.
Forgot about those.
I didn't want to steal it from you because normally I steal your answers. So
I just love that you two are on the same wavelength all the time. Like Pete could probably complete your sentences half the time.
We could try.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's Miles.
World.
I think I'd get a better percentage than most people, but not all the time. So
I'm trying to throw you a bone here, Pete. So
What's the ridiculous one was like sexy Modoc?
Modam.
Modam, yes.
And Jason forgot to bring it to Clicks Camp for you to see because it is so ridiculous in person.
I can't even.
That's awesome.
is that even still a store on eBay? I may be doing some shopping here the rest of the episode. Hold on.
Judge my build time. Build included in reply comments. You know, one of these days I'm going to say I need help with a build and then intentionally not post something, and it'll be just like earlier this year. All right, what do you got, Peter? He has Can't Beat It, Play It, I guess. So it's Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk with the +1 longsword, Hadar with the Destroyer armor, Loki with the Universal Weapon, and then a Phoenix Pog and a Weasel Bystander.
I only take issue with this at the fact of you only have the necessary 4 characters for Yao. Yes, the Destroyer armor does make her more durable, but once Weasel and Phoenix are dead, which is a very, I would consider, simple feat, because they are one-click characters, she takes full damage again. I think that's my only gripe. But otherwise, like, this team is no slouch. So
No,
you have...
Well, that is a really good point. Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk does at least shoot out the pilots, so there's a chance to come back up a little bit, but...
That's true. He'll be crapping out a whole boatload of pilots, so...
But no, that's a really good point, that he's still starting with just 4 other characters.
I think what's missing is Sexy Quicksand.
Oh my God!
It's
Yes.
Currently on $15, Peter.
Yes.
Did you post it in the Discord?
I'm about to.
Not yet, but he will. Don't you worry about that.
How much is that piece of art?
$15. You know, so he kind of messed up because he has one picture where it's
It's like all titty.
Like-
I'm assuming that's what this is. Like, I can't imagine.
yeah,
where
and
else
then we'll
it's
see this is
gone.
the first picture, but he messed up and gave the R-rated image. So
Wow.
Yeah, that's exactly where I thought that was going.
well, yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to do.
I know. I just like okay.
There's it without the stars. That's what you need. He's Sexy Quicksand.
God, it looks so good, too. That's just...
Yeah, it's so subtle that you could play it. You could probably bring it to Worlds and no one would say a thing.
I would guess not that many people would notice. They probably wouldn't even bat an eye. They'd be like, wait, what?
Yep.
They'd be so surprised you were
at
playing Quicksand already. They wouldn't even see that she just has rock hard nipples.
I mean, that's what happens. That's what happens when the quicksand actually sets. You know, or it's like.
Oh man, I might have the same criticism of Dan had. Like if you're gonna play Yao, you've got to give her the chance to only take the 2 damage as long as possible.
As much as I don't like playing the bugs, they are very good to extend her longevity because you just spit out so many of them.
Now, Dan, if you had sexy time breakers, would you play them?
No.
Can we message this guy directly? I've got a list of figures I need.
Yes, we can.
Sexy time breakers.
Oh god.
We need sexy time breakers, male and female.
No, what I do need is I need the golden time breaker from Dial H. That I might play. All right, like that.
That
feel
is
like
also a sexy time breaker.
I need just like a super hung alpha time breaker.
Oh my god.
I'll message him. That's what the pog is.
What's that?
Yeah, that's what the pog is. It's just you just place that over the
Oh
pog.
yeah.
Oh, they got one of Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, and Elon Musk.
Oh god.
It's suited henchmen.
Dude, you couldn't call it sexy time breaker. You had to call it dong breaker.
Dong breaker.
Messaging him now.
You mean dong breaker, not dawn
Yes.
breaker?
Yeah, dong breaker. Oh man,
All right, so back
this
to
turned out
Peter's
better than I thought it would.
Peter's build. Miles, do you have anything on Peter's build while you message about dong breakers?
No, it's I don't know if it's gonna be better than any other Spirit of Vengeance Red Hulk team, but yeah, definitely like I'd take the Phoenix Pog off and add 2 time breakers.
Well,
Now,
he needs.
you do
well, he needs.
lose...
Well, no, he has.
What's that?
Yeah. He's got leadership with Yao, so that's fine. So you don't have TK, but you have the time breakers at least. So
Yeah, but even if you have the 2 timebreakers are autonomous. What 4 actions would you take?
I know.
Yeah,
You
No,
do
I agree with
lose
you.
theme,
Yes.
that's fine.
but again,
as our-
you're shitting out those pilots right away, so they're nice to have for the pilots also, being able to bump them around.
Mhm.
Because like Ultimate Hulk, he does not have a moving attack, right? He just has flurry, so it's not a bad team. I would lose theme, ditch the Phoenix Pog, and go time breakers and give it a try.
You can also,
Get new dice.
yeah, you could also
drop-
deploy your
You could drop Weasel and add on Lucas, BJ, and Scott Crampton and not break theme and have 2 more Pogs. And not for nothing, Scott Crampton gives you enhancement. And Lucas, BJ, and Scott are in a tune battery if you want.
and empower as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they somewhat protect you from pulse wave, which is good.
All right, I think that is all of the questions. Miles, do you have any final thoughts you'd like to share?
I'm preparing for Worlds. I will be playing in Modern begrudgingly. I'm bringing Red Hulk, dropping bombs. I'm building bombs. So look forward to dropping them in September.
We just got put on a watch list for that comment.
Dan?
Really excited for Silver. And honestly excited for our regional next week. Really excited to see everybody and see what they bring. I mean, I feel like our region's pretty interesting as far as build diversity, so I'll be real curious to see what hits the table.
Got a lot of good players, yeah. Pete?
I'm going to play 2 CLIX event this month because I have our regional, which I will be at, and the monthly. So
Wait,
that's
you're
an
not coming?
improvement.
You're not coming to practice on Monday? Aw, sad times.
I told you I'm up north.
Oh, that's right.
Doing up
You're
north things.
You're
Embracing the woods. Yeah, listen, I don't come to events like actually practicing my teams. I would change the last second anyway, so why even bother? Like Allen Iverson, talking about practice.
Yep, that checks out, Pete.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is there's BRs that'll be running all day too.
Yes.
This
You and Adam will run the tables.
This weekend there are 9 more Champion CLIX Open Tropical Regionals going down, so try to get out there and support them. We will have a lot to go through next week. And remember...
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for ya!
Click it!
Cause I'm solar! La 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 la, I'm solar!
Dan.
What?
What do you think the sandworm tastes like?
Want to know?
It kind of looks like one of those Is It Cake cakes. Do you think it might taste like cake?
Tastes like peanut butter and jealous.
What if we had a sexy sandworm?
Oh God, yes.
Well, Pete's obviously into it. I mean, hell would have to freeze over for that to work for me. So.
Well, it just so happens that hell freezes over every year in Michigan.
Not the one I'm referring to, Miles, but good try.
Oh, wow. You weren't specific. So.